it also might just, again, sort of start. Hey! It did just sort of start.
Hey!
There it goes. Hey, everybody, this is Grimcad. We are playing some Dungeons & Dragons, 5th edition in the Shifting City. And we just started, and so we heard me waffling about a little bit. So, you know, sort of Dungeons & Dragons as usual. We are joined today by a couple of people who will introduce themselves. We are joined by Zydroin.
I'm first this time.
Yeah. You tend to be like in the middle, if not last, a lot.
Yeah, I was first for a good few months at this, and then you just threw me to the back.
Tadpole.
Kobolds are descended from dragons. Don't you forget it.
Rick. Is barely not here
Rick?
right now.
Mic's on.
Yeah,
he's not
we
on.
can't hear you if you're saying something, so
He was
heads up.
when he joined the call.
And last but of course not least, Adrian.
Teleportation circles are fun, right, guys?
Ugh.
Yeah, something like.
Guts isn't
Yeah.
here today. She may be joining us later, but we haven't been able to get a hold of her.
Well, she said something, but I'm not sure if anything that was actually happened.
I don't recall.
Talk about
But either way, some things happened last session. Everybody got a little slightly crazy. We, and by we I mean not only the party, but the NPCs, all have some sort of negative insanity type quirkiness going on with them.
I'd call them quirks. I wouldn't. I mean, I can't speak out that. I wouldn't send it.
And when you say
Or
quirks, do you mean
negative-
eccentricities, or do
negative.
you mean like My Hero Academia?
Oh, eccentricities. That's a much better way to put it then.
We.
You're also all of a sudden breaking up 420. It was hilarious. That entire hour that we were talking, you weren't breaking up any.
Yeah.
But as soon as
My
we
mic
start,
likes
you're
to
breaking
do
up
that.
a lot.
My mic likes to be like that. Annoying.
But either ways, we sort of did a bootleg portal thing into the city in order to attempt to bypass a rather large demon that was there, sort of not exactly guarding the city, but certainly setting siege to it. Some things happened. We sort of destroyed said portal, or teleportation circle, rather. We have done some minor damage to the tower, but you know, any damage to the tower is kind of major damage to the tower, minor or not. We have sort of incurred the wrath. I wouldn't even say incurred the wrath. We have maybe gotten on the wrong side of some of the people involved.
Adrian.
I pissed
Not
off
the
a
rest of
goblin.
This is sort of a royalty. Riley, would you
I mean,
I might have, since I showed up first.
I don't think pissing off a
The one
goblin
underneath.
counts as incurring wrath. I think it's just pissing off a goblin.
I mean, I just flew out.
Well, he wasn't just a goblin. He happened to be one of the arch magi of the tower.
I can take him. Let's do this.
I like
Go
that
on.
attitude.
Go on, please. Please.
He'll counter spell you with a cantrip.
Who was Silic Might Mouth? Now that I have my
His
sheet of
his
paper in front of me.
his signature spell per day is counter spell.
There really
Counter
needs to be
spell as
just
well.
additional notes section so we can write this shit down.
You have
Um,
50 blank pages in the middle of your sheet.
Yeah, I mean, if you would like, I can give you a handout that you can write things on.
Yeah, that might be
sort
cool.
of general information. General information in everybody's journal can be edited by everybody. But either way, he was unhappy, to say the least, and has sort of told Adrian in no uncertain terms that he will be paying for it. Not necessarily monetarily paying for it, but when I need something done, you're going to be the one who does it.
Can you check his name in chat?
Yes, I can. And the other one's name... who happened to be the sort of professor / teacher of Invocation, who sort of slapped Adrian on the head and gave him a token, yelling about wild magic and how it is bad and he does not like it, and that Adrian should not like it either.
Teleportation circles go poo.
We returned home back there and found the place ransacked. Again, things were not necessarily destroyed as in furniture, but things were stolen. Man, I cannot talk today. As in supplies, so we're sort of running low on food as it happens to be. And we've also sort of dealt a little bit with sort of our issues. Zoosh, of course, is quite depressed and distraught. And that's pretty much where we left things off. We had sort of a shorter session. We did have a conversation.
Did I happen to find a note I was missing by chance?
You have not just yet. I do know what you're talking about this time, hilariously enough, but they haven't left a note or anything like that. You are, frankly, several months earlier than they expected you to be.
So they just fucked around all day, I understand.
I mean... we did have a conversation, again, as I say, these people here in the core room. Although, funnily enough, this is going to sound terrible. I don't really think we came to any, big realization or large plans about what we're going to be doing.
I mean, I know I rolled a natural 33 to learn more about the Soul Fountain.
That was to do research on it, is what we were keeping that one for. Because, again, I do remember that one very specifically. That was to figure out the spears, but I thought you were talking about the Soul Fountain, which is why I was being cryptic about it.
Yes, give me my page of Soul Fountain notes.
Hilariously enough, I'm not...
Legendary treasure crackers here.
Uh-huh.
Why are you...
So, while this was going on, our conversation over here... Zool, our sort of poisoner
being creepy.
in hire, was... Well, from an OOC thing, she was trying to sneak in on your meeting, but rolled a natural 1 on her stealth. Which is hilarious to me. So she sort of got caught, made up a lie, which, everyone believed, got yelled at by Tadpole, sent to do some menial and unpleasant tasks of cleaning chamber pots, which she did so, I would not say happily, but she did so, at least, while asking for the sludge demon that we have subdued in order to run tests with it. She has gone back to her lab to go and run said tests. The other thing that we were going to do is we were going to have the conversation between the NPCs, which basically It's a conversation between Zydroan and everyone else, going on at the same time as this conversation over here in this room.
We can just leave that to PM so we can keep the story
Okay,
on.
no issues. We can do that. Again, sort of glossing over things. Hart, at the very least, would be telling all the NPCs what we found down there, which is the Soul Fountain. This is not a thing that he would keep secret from everyone else. So again, if you were an NPC who was on top, they know about it. You do not necessarily know that the NPCs know about it.
And we know that the Zeus are looking for a power source to try to shift the city by sacrificing all the slaves for soul power.
That was sort of one of the rumors that was going on in the tower, that they're lacking power in order to forcibly shift the city through. Their sort of idea, as the rumors go, is to begin sacrificing slaves. It's sort of a two birds with one stone. Of course, we know we've been having issues with the slaves and their uprising in the city, and we know we need to hurry up and generate a lot of power so that the city itself is more or less not destroyed. So,
Has anyone thought of going and asking Thorgrim if he could think the city was somewhere else?
No one has thought of Thorgrim at all.
Don't forget, he's not a, like, it's only really the upper echelons that know he really exists as a councillor anyway. The common people would not be too happy that one of the presiding heads of the city is a beholder.
No, he was voted in.
That is...
He was voted.
Yeah, he was actually
He was
elected to
voted
be.
in?
Mm-hmm. Because
Okay.
again,
They voted
who's
for
going
him.
to run against the beholder?
See, the thing is, like, beholders are so powerful. Wouldn't he just be able to think the city into another realm? Like,
He needs to-
couldn't-
he needs to
couldn't we
trade
just
the
go?
city.
Couldn't we just go talk to him?
It'd only work if the city was considered as layer. That layer function only extends as far as layer. I would imagine would be his office.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
We feed
Yeah, 'cause then it
Thorgrim the
becomes
Soul
better as well.
Fountain, superpower Thorgrim, and he can shift the city.
It is.
So what else would you do with
terrible.
the giant collection of souls of the damned besides feed them to a beholder?
Just about anything but.
That's why it's the perfect plan, don't you see?
So we're going to sort of... Now is the time where you can get a full rest if you have not gotten a full rest before, and reset everything. And we are going to be sort of shifting over to the next day.
Oh, and we fixed the walls so we can take the walls.
Yes, you fabricated, I believe, the walls to be
Well,
back.
magic wall of stone made
Yes,
walls.
that was
they're proper stone walls now.
Can you teach me that spell? We can make a wizard tower together. Just take a few weeks.
Wizard
I
Tower.
don't think you can learn druid spells, can you?
And technically, I can learn Wall of Stone. It's also a wizard spell. That's really up to the DM though at that point. Because realistically, if I can learn spells from scrolls, who would say that scroll isn't from a wizard or a cleric? We are assuming it's a wizard scroll.
Yeah, that's the point. As long as you can describe evocation spells, it's a 5th level evocation though.
Yeah.
Because is a necromancy an evocation?
I can learn. What do you mean? You can learn any spell.
Because don't you choose a school to like main in?
Riley.
I
I think
haven't
you're
played
thinking
Wizard.
of 3rd edition wizard where they have to give up scrolls. I can learn
Ah,
any
it
spell
might
on the
be then.
wizard list.
I might be then. Yeah, I might be thinking of the spell wheels or whatever.
What's
I know back in like those editions of Pathfinder, you have to give up a school or two that's opposite yours. You know that's not a thing. I can learn all the spells.
One or two.
I mean, I'm happy to spend a day or two teaching it to you if it's needed. It'd help to not have to have it memorized all the time.
I mean, you start building foundations and get paid that way.
Yeah. But I was thinking besides that we also need to stabilize supplies and stuff for ourselves. Like, what's the state of the city during the night? Like, you say that we just have
Kiddo,
a night off and everything,
I love you, but
we're essentially in the middle of a siege at the moment.
Yeah, isn't it that kaiju thing like walks right through?
Yeah, we're just casually sleeping, and then all of a sudden, big fire boy turns up.
well, that doesn't
I'm just
quite happen.
I'm just saying, you know, we're always been led to believe, oh, the city's got these magically enchanted walls, they have these highly trained guards, but we've taken sieges before. A few weeks in hell and we're already invaded. What the fuck, guys? Come on.
Yeah, it's only the Abyss. Come on, guys.
If you can't stand up to the hordes of the Abyss, what good are you?
What can you do?
Pretty
To be
much.
fair, the city has not fallen.
No.
It's just, not doing great.
But, I mean, I have absolutely no money, but we do need supplies. I've got, assuming we ate last night, 1 ration left. So I've got 1 day's of food
Okay.
left. And then I've got to waste
been-
our slots.
I've been trying not to spend money for a long time. I have 420 gold.
I would be assuming
I've been-
that you, Zydrone, and please feel free to correct me, would be sort of good burying it up like mad.
I mean, I can, yeah, but I also have rations.
Okay, but you are not doing so by default, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I honestly forget half the time that we have good berries as a cantrip.
hmm
Or as a free spell, I mean.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I keep just thinking that I need to keep up with food stock. But who wants to eat good berries? Come on.
Well, sure, I mean...
You eat one good berry and you're full for the entire day. Why would you not eat a good berry?
Because I'm sure it tastes like cardboard.
Well, they're supposed to taste pretty good, but I
But
imagine
berries-
there's a lot of,
Like a fruit smoothie.
Apple tastes pretty good, but I don't want to eat just an apple every day for the rest of my life.
Exactly.
One day a day. One day a day. An apple a day keeps the hunger away if it's a good apple. But I'm thinking of getting soylent and stuff. That's kind of the same concept. But that's also cheaper than all the money I waste food on. And more nutritious when I've been eating.
So it tastes like the berry that was the enchanted. So let's say your good berry was a blueberry, it would taste like a blueberry.
You just eat one grape and you'll be full for the entire day, nutrition-wise.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine good berrying a tomato, because tomatoes are technically a berry?
So what are we up to anyway?
We have options of top trying to find the Ziz chill. Tully might have been killed, hopefully.
Certainly unconscious the last time you tried to talk to him.
Or the giants that were busy dying, call back later.
More or less.
Just gonna send an assassin out to finish him.
should
Hey,
we
Court,
just
how do you... I shouldn't talk about on her, because he'd be like, yeah, no.
Pretty much the only thing we do know about Strumtoli is that he is somewhere out of the city.
should you sending the ogres again and just be like, all right, so we've had a sleep and a meal and we're all happy and warm. We're all drinking a cup of tea. How are you guys doing?
There's only one of them. So if you say...
No, the giant...
Oh, excuse me, I thought you said the ogres.
If I did, I meant the giants.
You did say okay, but we knew you.
Well, man, played Curios, damn. I've been playing DayZ.
So, what would we like to do? You know, there's things that we can do, or you know, there's a bunch of people we could talk to try to find out what's going on or things like that. You know, we've got Hambone. You know, we can talk to
Let's
them
talk to Hambone.
about
We haven't
Dust.
seen Hambone in forever.
We've got the Rat Folk. There's Scav.
Let's visit both of them.
I like the idea of the rat folk.
I could go because Scav was staying with Druids, right?
Scav was not staying with the Druids. She's sort of off
Oh,
on her own. She was off on her own. There are the Druids as well. I don't.
Well, I'll go at some point during the day or the next couple of days. Go speak to Druid folks and see what the trees are saying.
Okay.
If others are going to see, like, because I don't obviously have Hambone or anything like that.
Right.
Go explore other avenues in that time.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the trees might be saying something like, "Ow, oh my god, that really big fire guy burns so much."
It hurts. Or maybe there's no one around to hear them, so they're not saying anything.
But are they still making sound?
Question. What are other people doing? Another question. I've made my plan. I will also teach Adrian Wall of Stone if wanted, needed.
I might just hang out with the rat folk for a while.
Okay.
I'm like getting stuck on semi-auto and this guy jumps me with a fucking G36 and doesn't kill me somehow. That's sad for him.
Uh-huh. So what would you like to do, Adrian?
But do I get any information on the Soul Fountain?
If that's what you want to work on, then yes.
Well, I thought that's what I did last night.
Yeah, no, he's been waiting since last week for you to give him
Yeah.
his net 20 info.
Okay.
You said that you'd sort it last week.
Okay. Tadpole, is there anything particularly you want to do in this short a day? Tadpole might still actually be on the phone. Okay. So,
I'll probably go see Hambo and the Red Folk otherwise, though. I just want the notes that I technically would have at this point.
and Guts, the last time we talked, you said you wanted to be working with the Hags / Zoosh. Is that still what you kind of want to do?
Yeah,
Hello? What?
Hi. Guts and Devil no talky talk.
yeah,
Yeah.
losing.
Okay.
Tough. And both.
Yeah, if you're talking, we can't hear you at all. Guts.
I'm gonna switch to my phone and go have it. Smoke quickly.
Since you said phone, I'm gonna have a cone.
Alright, so Adrian,
Hi.
the Soul Fountain. You managed to get a lot from it. And there's a lot that you could do with it, but it in of itself is pretty basic. I mean, of course you don't know who it was created by, but whomever created it was incredibly strong. What it does And of course, this is sort of a theoretically.
Hello?
I
Hi.
can hear you now.
Hey.
Oh my god, I've been talking this entire time, and I was like, Reddit, just be really unfunny.
This is like the first thing we've heard you say.
Oops. I've been here, I've been like, oh man.
It is
Well-
somehow connected to all planes of existence. What it does is it takes the souls of chaotic or evil individuals, and it's sort of.
Or that's prejudice. Or goddamn.
I mean, they could be either or.
So a chaotic good will get eaten by this thing.
It might. It has a
That's
chance to.
horrible.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a good thing, and it sort of draws them into itself. It's not a thing you could replicate, unfortunately, unless you became a god. Which
It's on the to-do list.
I guess it's on the table, yeah. And then it stores them. You think it can store them indefinitely? At least that's what it was programmed to. You sort of surmise that there is an upper limit to it, because it sort of like wasn't intended to, population blooms and all that, populations tend to see. So you do think that at some point in time it will reach capacity, and that would be bad. However, this is a long time off, as it is also not the only one. But it itself is not connected to any other soul fountain in any way, shape, or form. You do know that holding it or interacting with it, as in a touch-based sort of thing, it will attempt to suck out your soul regardless of your alignment. So it's sort of a tough thing to use directly. It's not exactly suitable for a weapon because it's not an instant thing or anything like that. But that is sort of the drawback of using it a long time. The undead or creatures without souls are not affected in any way, shape, or form by this. Not all undead. I think sentient undead does still have a tendency to have a soul. So, but for example, your skeletons could handle it all day. And
Dear
again,
God, killed this.
Could we,
Oof. This is our soul detector.
could we put it in the wall and then use the wall to grab people and hold them next to the cube and suck out their souls with the walls?
It's fairly easy to get the souls out. The problem is controlling the number of souls that you have out. It sort of builds up with pressure, as it were. So you can't exactly get an intended number of souls out. You quote unquote press the button and it just shoots out. It's sort of like a fire hose. And then you would have to quote unquote press the button again to stop it. But if you were trying to get out, say, one soul, pretty much impossible. Nor could you pick out a specific soul or anything. But past that, it's very easy to, I'm going to say, modify or take advantage of. And this is sort of going on theories of what you've been told about the machinery under Welshaw's thing. That itself was a machine designed to take these souls and to turn them into some sort of more usable form, and meant to do it on a very consistent basis. So basically what you have in your hands or on your table right now is like a fire extinguisher for souls. You know, you press the button, souls go shooting out. You press the button, it stops. Meanwhile, it is constantly accumulating souls on its own.
Okay. That was last night, I hope, not today.
Yeah, like, there was pretty
And then-
much last night. I mean, you know, a couple of hours,
And then-
but you still get your long rest and all that.
Okay, and then on the next day, I want to try to Sandstorm totally again.
Okay.
Soul Fountain, Power Source, Souls Forever, probably Divine, probably used to shift City with Zistral. What do you think? Also, Wakey Wakey.
You would know that it is not in and of itself. It does not have a spark, the divine spark, as it were. While floating
So
it over,
we can kill them, we can use it.
it
Got
just happens to be an incredibly powerful artifact.
Also, there's also no Divine Spark, but, generating Fountain of Souls. Should I help the chill out with this? Kind of, basically. Also, I also say Wakey Wakey, Eggs and Bakey. He was dead last time I talked to him.
Unconscious, not dead. Slight
Same
difference.
difference.
I mean, it's functionally different. You would get something back. It would be sort of groggy, and I mean, groggy is pretty much the only description that you need. Little busy right now. Don't try to shift. If you can, stop them for it. It'll be a while before I can get back. I mean, simplify that down to 25 words.
Yeah, let's see, guys. Be with them. Let's shift. We gotta shift now.
Yeah,
Go.
I heard tell the Zistral shift now.
So yeah, that's the back and forth you get. I mean, if you don't send him another one, that's the last thing you said. I do want to say that, as an aside, that's a very reasonable thing to do, is try to shift away while he is not here.
So you wouldn't be worried about it if he could plane shift. He could teleport back if he could plane shift.
Yeah. He might have to spend some time getting back. But
Comes
that's
back. He's the new warlord of hell. He invades the city.
I don't think he's that strong. Okay, so
Hey guys, we can be out of our debt to a crazy madman. Do we take it?
I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
I have no idea what we should do.
I think we should start a political movement to sacrifice the citizens instead of the slaves. If they really have that desire to see the city succeed, tell me to do. It seems like it'd be a perfect fit.
I mean, we have the Soul Fountain, which...
I'd start a petition to make Tadpole the first slave to be sacrificed. Let's not argue about status here. We all don't want the slaves to die.
Well. But yeah, again, I sort of walked away during that. But I presume you're telling everyone what you found out about the Soul Fountain, and I presume that you're talking to the core party, minus the NPCs, yeah, and Zydroin. of the newfound option to leave Stromtoli. Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that safe to assume?
Yeah.
I'm liking that idea.
Minus, of course, again, I think I did say all the NPCs, but...
Yes, yes.
But can we take the rat folk with us?
This is before you go off to see the rat folk.
Yeah, we should talk to Himbo and we should talk to the rat folk.
Probably. I think that's probably a good idea.
And then we should talk to them through the Zizchel, maybe?
Hmm.
So offense to abandoning an NPC that wants to manipulate us, but I feel like we shoot out of hell before the giant fuck-off demon army comes back. We'll be pissing off the mill as we're leaving Spore and the fucking orc behind.
I think I want to get them back. I just don't see how.
By doing what we said and going and helping the Marilith once we've dealt with this shit.
Yeah. I mean,
Just
yes.
Plane shift back to the Abyss, you know?
Yeah. We have options.
I mean, if we can plane shift back and then just like, yeah.
Okay, Graham, I have to power level 3 more levels, please.
Oh, we can find ways.
We have Scab do it, and we have to find a way to get back. I could just banish us again.
Should we go chase down that kaiju thing?
The barbarian just wants to go punch things.
I mean, unless Kaiju we okay had a spoken divinity, maybe the big guy has one.
So we've got some ideas, but I don't think we have any concrete
I think
plans.
some of us talk to the bad folk about things, some of us want to go to Himbo and talk about things.
Mhm.
At
Which,
some point, talk to the Zizchil, either talk to them through them, or just get our bearings a bit better.
mhm, which is what
Mhm.
I
So
figured.
I think the general plan is to just recuperate, see how many allies we still have left.
Oh, and is Zydrone able to teach me Wall of Stone without any issue, or...
Stone.
I mean, it'd take time.
Yeah.
I think it's like an hour for each level, isn't it?
Take it 5 hours or something, some money.
I would
Yeah.
have to look up.
That's from scribing it from a
Probably.
scroll or book, though. And that includes experimentation to figure it out, as opposed to having someone teach it to you.
I would still say it's the same amount of time.
Is it just
Yeah.
cheaper, though?
Because it'd also be finding the different translations, because we would use our magic in different ways.
Mhm.
Because I obviously, you know, have the in touch with nature and everything like that, while you actually control magic itself.
What do you mean they have to be sucking on a rock while doing it?
It's just a thing, I swear.
Wait,
Yes,
why-
actually,
why
a small
can't-
block of granite.
Why can't you touch metal? Fucking sissy.
I can touch metal, I just don't use it. It's not like it burns.
Yeah.
It's evil.
Yeah. Until Grim fucking meta targets me with the plate armor and just instantly slapping on heat metal on it every time.
It doesn't seem like a thing I would do. So would we like to go see Hambone or the rats first?
Oh,
Rats.
never want to see the rats. Let's go see Hambone. Rats
Well,
aren't
probably
really
is.
Let's
excited.
go see the rat.
He probably has food.
Okay. So that is 2 for Hambone. And we're probably where
Good
we are
job.
last. Oh, look. Poor Janian.
Wow.
Oh yeah, no one knows he's dead. Shit.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's sort of...
that's,
Oh no.
that happened a while ago. Well,
Dust's gonna be so sad.
we're not telling him about his daughter, right?
No.
No, we're
No.
not saying nothing.
Well, horrible
I'm
people.
first thing if we
First
tell
thing
you.
he says, "Hey guys, so I heard my daughter's with you. How is she doing?"
I mean, he would likely know. He was sort of not exactly the
if-
mediator between the thing, but
Let's just avoid him. Let's not talk to him.
She's a guest in the demon
So
city.
you're gonna lose his daughter, then you're gonna cold shoulder him. The only friend we've had.
He's such a good
I mean,
friend. Man. We
yes.
can't just do that. I mean, if he brings up his daughter, I'm just going to talk about how Jenny and died. I'm going to completely dodge the subject.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Do that.
She's Jenny and his one final scapegoat to get out of awkward social situations.
You'd be
So I heard you implied my daughter. How's it going? Did you hear Jenny died?
I feel like
Yeah,
listen,
burnt to death. It was horrific.
hey, listen, have you seen Rick and Morty when the guy's threatening to fly aliens? Like, I have 1,000 kids. I'm a fly motherfucker. Think I care? Call. Oh god, he threatened half of them. Take the money. Take the thing. I feel like it's just this cause fun guy reproduce differently. I think like he probably has a lot of kids.
Let's not assume.
Oh yeah, that one. She's great.
so we make our way over to Rathners, owned by Ham, and again, sort of things in the city they're not exactly the way I would say as being dire, but things have certainly been better. It's been getting sort of pounded for a while now. There are certainly more guards, more people there than you have seen previously. It looks like people are sort of bringing in their families and whatnot. Sort of solidarity and strength in numbers. Sort of a type deal going on. Hambone, of course, is surprised to see you. You're ushered through without much sort of fanfare. You've been seen before. They know who you are, although you haven't been adventuring recently. But you're sort of a common face, as it were. And everyone is there, and they are mostly excited to see you.
I'm gonna do my obligatory ask Hambone for his hammer, but it's not gonna be like the first thing I say. We're gonna be like wait until just a little bit into the conversation, but yeah, of course I'm gonna ask how he's been.
Yeah, he's excited to
general
see you. He's like,
about
"Hey, welcome! Have you lot sort of changed your minds? Going to be spending some time here? I mean, I gotta say, it's a bit earlier than I expected to see you."
I wanted to blind everyone with the majesty of the Soul Fountain. No.
Just pull it out.
Look what I got.
Like,
We got
I
this in a
mean-
week. What have you done?
It's been a bit longer
Yeah,
than a week.
we
It's-
had to run away from a couple of demon lords, maybe.
yeah, we got into a spot of trouble here and there. You know how it is. Especially-
you know what we do.
Look, I know how it goes, and like I said, I suggested you all not go out and stay here, but I mean, I guess you were a little bit too good for old Hambone's money, but no, it's great to see you all back and safe and... Wait. Sound? Where's the little one who runs around in all the metal?
Oh, Tadpole's right here.
No,
Hello.
Picked up
the
Tadpole.
other one.
I'm gonna pick up Tadpole.
The one who cooks.
That
Hey,
that
I mean,
that
Tadpole
little
cooks.
one doesn't run around anymore.
Yeah.
I'm an
we had a-
excellent cook.
It,
Can I have his food? Do we bury
we got
him?
in a
Yeah,
we got
we
in
did.
a fight. We got in a fight with some demon slavers. Yeah, you know how he loved his big metal armor, being a show off with how strong he is in his metal armor. He kind of didn't realize that when we went out into the abyss, there were quite a lot of demons that know the heat metal spell.
Showed off to the wrong kind of beings.
Yeah, well, we got in a fight with demonic slavers. Yeah, we.
Well, lads,
Kinda.
I'm sorry to hear
He
that.
was cooked in his suit. We
I mean, I feel
We-
like it's
we
the way he
took
would have
his
wanted
loot.
to go.
buried him.
I
You're
understand it's
wearing
not,
his armor, technically.
not the
Do we?
easiest.
Wait. Who has the bag? Do we still have his soul?
Guts hate it.
Very likely.
I have it.
Oh no! Yes, we put it in. We repurposed his soul. It's being used as power.
It's kind of living in a meatbag apartment now.
He has a grimace on his face, and he
You're
is
a
not
fucking
pleased
weird.
by that news.
No, he's still with us. He's not
Guts.
being like
Guts,
horribly murdered.
show him the thing.
No, Guts, don't show him your guts.
Don't
Show-
knock his face. Don't forget, she opens that up. It's like a cannon.
No, but she's not gonna
Right.
open it. Just show him it.
Just shows her rib cage and this pulsating sack inside of her.
Yeah, sure.
Then he's inside her now.
He's in there.
You'll be forever with us. Now I'll pat my rib
He's
cage.
one.
And...
That's incredibly unsettling.
So
You're not the
anyway,
first to say that, believe it or not.
can I borrow your hammer?
I'm honestly
Hex.
surprised we don't have Jennian's body in the bag of holding or something.
Ugh.
We
Didn't we
no,
have
we-
it in
while.
there for a
we-
while?
We
For a while.
we gave you a proper burial
Yeah.
after looting you and stealing your soul.
Although it's a bit pointless giving me a proper burial to help my soul cross over. You know, when you're holding onto my soul.
I mean, to be fair, I made that
It's-
point.
It's the thought that counts.
The thought
Yeah.
that counts.
Right.
So anyway, can I borrow your hammer?
No?
No?
Damn it!
But
One
yes,
day, one day you're gonna let me.
So, how'd you lot get in here?
bootleg teleportation
the
circle.
door.
Oh, so we're all jokes now.
No, I made a teleportation circle. It was kind of fuzzy. We jumped through it. He had brain damage, I'm pretty sure.
A couple of us got sick.
Right. I see.
More brain damage.
I might have broken the teleportation circle at the tower and
Small
pissed off the
case
goblin.
of
Ah!
minor brain damage.
Right. Well, interesting. I'm glad to see you lot are keeping, busy?
You could call it that.
What can I do for you,
Yeah,
though?
you could definitely call it that. You could let me borrow your hammer.
Right, that's not happening.
Please.
So no.
I'll give you this stick.
You have a
Consider it
vicious.
collateral.
I think I've got some shark teeth.
Just checking in, seeing how things are. We heard the Zischill trying to shift the city.
This may or may not work. Correct. Yeah, I had heard a little bit about that, but, I gotta be honest. Things have just been sort of hectic, to say the least. I've been pretty much occupied with keeping ours in our own safe. It's not quite so bad now that, frankly, that big guy came in the other day, but, there were just constant incursions in there. Seems like nowadays they're just sort of content to let that big guy do some damage or work or whatever.
Wait a minute,
Yeah,
repeat
we saw
that.
the big guy. He
Yeah,
looked big.
he's big. Did I not come through real good?
Yeah.
Okay. There's just dead silence after I said that, so I wasn't sure.
Sorry. Sorry, I kind of zoned out for a second.
Sure.
I, I, I personally didn't hear a thing.
I was in the middle of sneezing. Sorry.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure. So, yeah. So are you lot going to be hanging around then?
Possibly.
Maybe for a wee bit.
I mean, technically we have stuff to do. You know, we have to go find this other city and, you know, find some ancient artifact that creates races, you know? Or we can try to help the Zistio shift the city, then go back to hell. If they're actually trying to do that.
Right, well, hey, look, I mean, if you can get us out of here, I'm sure people would be quite appreciative.
Well, the only issue is, I'm just gonna cast like a little fucking, just look around, see if I see any fucking sensors of scrying or whatever. Is anyone watching us, Grim? Do I see invisible scrying sensors?
You do not.
The only problem is Stromtoli's out in the city. I'm not sure why that's a problem per se, but you know.
Well,
Does Hambone have nothing to say?
Sorry, there's two things going on. Repeat what you said, Adrian, please.
I look around to make sure no one's like watching us magically. Like, you know,
Well, now,
we have possibly a means to it, but you know, Stromtoli's out in the city.
Well, I mean, excuse my, you know, ogreish, but fuck him.
You said it, not me.
Hey, look, I mean, if you ask me, if you've got a way to get us out of this, you should get us out of this. I mean, don't get me wrong, but, I mean...
Now I
look.
flash the Soul Fountain. Skeleton just reaches into my bag, closes out, and holds it up all majestically.
Right, you got a funny little hammer there. Or are you saying that's the thing that'll get us out?
Maybe if they can figure out how to use it. They need a power source, for them, the rumors said. Why sacrifice slaves when you have the raw power of thousands of dead souls?
Can I get everyone who is there to hit a perception check, please?
yes, sir.
Someone's gotta get magic missiled.
It better not be me.
Not you,
I would like-
ironically.
I would like to cast fire, please.
Okay, so is that everybody who's there?
Yes, I am
I
not
believe
there.
so.
What do you see, Tadpole?
What's your...
You know what? I'm gonna pull Tadpole into the DM chat real quick.
Tadpole, you
Wild.
traitor.
So while this sort of conversation is going on, Rick has been doing some sort of suspicious things. When again, sort of while Adrian is distracting Hambone by, you know, showing off the thing, Rick has gone and sort of picked up Hambone's club and is sort of stowing it as best he can.
Is doing what as best as he can?
Stowing it. He's stealing it, or
Okay,
certainly
okay.
what it attempts, what it looks like.
Okay.
It looks like you're pretty much the only one who sees, but funnily enough, I do have to roll for a couple of other NPCs.
Okay. So, and it's Rick that's stealing it.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. You can join back in the other.
Wing dice. And
All right. I got one more to make. But I don't see them.
Ready for that 3?
I have 2 3s, yeah. Zoosh has to make one. Actually, Zoosh probably wouldn't be there, honestly. She would be moping. So yeah. Again, 1 second. Sort of Tadpole notices what you're doing, but she doesn't say anything. She sort of gives you a glance, but that's it. You know, while Hambone is distracted by you taking the hammer, that's all there is to it. Of course, she doesn't really have a problem with you stealing from it, but you get a sense of just satisfaction from it. It's
what? Sorry, you cut out after sense.
you get a sense of satisfaction from it. Definitely a very good, you know, I've done something right here, and it's pretty dang all good.
Yes, that is wonderful.
And again, also,
So-
no one else has really noticed what you're doing.
Only Tadpole saw, and
Mhm.
since I'm lucky, ooh.
Yeah, but it itself is not necessarily as great as you might expect it to be. It is a +2 maul. It does 3d6 damage.
So I'll just write that down.
Yeah. But you also get whispers from it, along with your sense of satisfaction, just congratulating you. Good. You've done very well.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I feel good because of what I've done.
Mm-hmm. All right. We can jump back into the other one. If you don't have anything
Sweet.
else. Okay?
No, that'll be it.
All right.
Thank you.
5 feet.
Oh god, I just broke Mufasa. I don't know what happened. I pulled you back over and it just deleted you out of the call somehow.
What did you see?
100 feet, I think.
I've seen too if people put him into something.
It's kind of hard to hear you. It sounds like you've walked across the room.
So I got
Yeah.
two of
And then you broke up, I'm afraid.
I have a in two if he pulled Rick into something. I'll just go wait.
No, Rick didn't
Yeah.
need to make that perception check. I mean, he obviously saw what was happening. But yeah,
What happened?
well, you don't know.
Hambone's
And none of
is
those
missing.
pulling us. Seriously?
No, Tadpole knows. Hello?
Say
Hi.
the one
Fuck you.
Am I breaking up?
No.
No, you're fine.
A little bit.
No.
A little bit.
Okay, let me just...
You telling us anything? Are you all being asshats?
I don't think...
I'm not. You're talking to Rick. He's not with us. He wouldn't tell us anything.
I mean, that's on Rick if he wants to shit.
Like, I don't want to be a jerk. It was something that Rick did.
Okay. It's just Rick's insanity, and if it wasn't something important, we shouldn't fucking do it. Because we're going with an artifact that we can't even fully hide. I'm assuming a perception check is something like Zol trying to kill us again or something. If it's Rick doing something fucking stupid, if it's insanity, just don't fucking do it, please.
think taking it a bit.
I mean, I'll try not to, but I am going insane.
Well, what else is? Stop thinking you're special. Look at Zush.
Look at Zush for guidance. She's furiously shaking her head no. But again, like I said, Zush wasn't there, so I didn't even roll for Zush to see it. But yeah, you know, the last thing, the conversation, Hambone says, if there's some way to get back, or excuse me, not necessarily to get back, but get out of the abyss, we should take it.
Perception rolls when we're waving around something powerful, and I'm presuming someone's about to stab me for it. Also, Rick, did you develop kleptomania? Are you a big tadpole now? Did you steal his hammer?
A gigantic tadpole.
No. No, I did no such thing.
Hammer, guys, we gotta kill him.
Who, me? Who, me? No, I wouldn't do a thing like that.
But Hambone's pretty intent on the conversation and the Soulforge, as is Jameis, who happens to be the only other one in the room.
Joe's over here being hyperactive. Dust is getting high.
He's sort of, doing his own thing.
Lois is trying to learn and
like, it is unlikely that someone could stealth in through this room just full of people. Oh, excuse me.
Apple could.
She would definitely have the odds against her. I guess it's possible. But, you know, you make 20-some rolls. One of them's gonna make it.
Apple could hide on the ceiling, fucking spider walk across in a shadow. Rolled natural 20s, like at a 10. She's fine. She can sneak into Fort Knox without any issues. Steal all the gold. Hey, Tap, let's swap a gold. Ready?
If you're all constant 20s, me with my -1 to stealth break into Fort Knox.
Oh, and she can cast the Tap without a trace for a +10. She can have natural 30s. No one's seeing her.
Aren't you literally under the effect of sea invisibility anyway?
Yeah. Wait, no. Yeah.
Duration 1 hour, or did you drop that the second that you saw that there were no sensors in the room?
It's not a concentration thing, so it just lasts an hour.
And on the ethereal plane, let me see hidden creatures. Invisible is not hidden.
Yeah, which means that, and you know there's nothing invisible coming in, and like Grim said, there's enough eyes in the room that even with high rolls, it'd be nigh impossible to actually stealth into the room.
Good rogue with tadpole's skills could probably do it.
Either way, you're not getting stabbed in the back.
Yet. Right, Tadpole?
Yet.
Yep.
I'd just laugh if it's a big red herring. Just throwing a roll out to get people paranoid.
To be fair, I rarely do that. Like, I know some people like to do that, but that's not really me. Again, so yeah, Hambone, he gives his advice, which is if there's something you can do about it, you should do it about it.
I'd like to lick the soul fountain, please.
You'd like to pick it up, yeah?
Or I'd like to lick it.
I mean,
You just turned it on.
It's unpleasant.
I have my soul sucked out through my tongue. I'm now this tongue spirit.
It tastes like when you lick a 9-volt battery.
Oh, this time's a million, though. Took the 9-volt battery was a Philosopher's Stone from Full Metal Alchemist.
If the 9-volt battery was 12 car batteries.
Oh, God.
So what would we like to do?
Go to that folk?
Sacrifice citizens?
Yes. Yes, let's go
no.
to Rat Folks.
Sacrifice Tadpole.
Are we done here with Hambone, though?
I guess. Does anyone else want to do anything?
Got what I wanted done.
Okay, Hambone, we'll go talk to the rat folk. Enjoy your hammer.
All right. I mean, again, like I said, if there's something you can do, You should do it. It's not just, us that's being affected by this thing. It's the entire city. I mean, I can count the amount of times that the wall's been breached in, one hand.
Yeah, I was about to say, what... I'm just like, I feel like for all the stories that we've grown, like I've heard and stuff, just learning about, like, I feel like we should be able to take on the Hordes of the Abyss for more than a few weeks. That's just my opinion, though. Unless all the wizards are fucked off at the tower, you think someone would have fixed that by now.
Well, no, I mean, that's what happened last time. Mostly the wizard's tower sprung into action. He sort of puts air quotes around it. The thing breached through. You can see where it did. Came in, ran some havoc, and then the wizards managed to beat it back.
Okay.
All right, but again, I just want you to keep other people in mind.
Right. So there was a fight with that big thing?
Oh, yeah.
Damn it!
Yeah, you probably heard the klaxon going off not long ago. Well, that's what it was, When something that strong comes into the city, well, it warns us.
I
Very good
believe it
security.
wasn't too long after that we teleported back.
It was a while after that. I mean, you were practically in Welshaw when the klaxon went off.
Oh,
All right, any other questions before we switch over?
Oh,
Sorry, I was in the
Was that
bathroom.
a
What
hold
happened?
on or an uh-uh?
I was hold on.
Okay.
Do I see Rick with a new hammer on his belt?
It would not be in his belt. But, if you're looking around as you're leaving, you would see the hammer gone.
Okay.
yes, I stole the hammer.
Really? Did you actually?
I figured out his insanity. He's a big tadpole.
We really gonna kick sand into Hambone's eyes too.
If I can notice hammer being gone, can I just
I
say,
had a reason.
was it because you're insane?
It's because I wanted it.
Oh god, he's one of those.
He deserves it.
If I see the hammer, mister, I'm like, hi. Hey, Hambone, where'd your hammer go?
You can.
Okay.
Is that what you do?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, it's right. Wait a minute. What's going on here? He sort of stands up, and he points to Tadpole.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was you! You took my hammer, didn't you?
Of course I did.
Alright, fun and games are over. Hand it back.
I'm just gonna stand there.
What? Are we not handing it back? Are we playing
would hand
cheeky
it back.
buggers?
If I had it, I would think about handing it back. But I don't have it. I don't
You
care.
just said you took it!
I said I did not.
Oh,
You
sorry.
skeletons, did you take the hammer?
I literally heard
I
you
asked-
say you did. My bad. Right,
You
well
cut
then
it.
who's got it?
I look at the skeletons accusingly. They shake their head no.
I've got an idea to make an obstacle course with this.
Hold on one second.
I've an obstacle course with this.
Turn off the other two.
I've got a good idea to make an obstacle course in this in a huge box with all sorts of stuff in it. You can keep me all
Just for you guys, that perfect video.
Why is it a furry?
You ever played an Elder Scrolls game? It's Meek the Liar.
Oh,
Why the fuck?
That's his new rap track, yo.
Where you always lying.
2 ads. 2 ads before it plays.
Malik the liar. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some coffee.
What?
I'm gonna get some coffee.
Sorry. about
Coffee? Grim, did you hear that? Gus is getting coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You're a bad influence, Grim. Look what you did.
All right. So, yes, Hambone would be demanding to Tadpole that she return his hammer. I did not hear that she said I did not take it.
So you cut him off.
Yeah. Well.
Well, that's how the conversation
Hambone.
would have gone though. Hambone wouldn't have waited for the knock, like, because there was a pause.
Right. Well, then who's got it?
I'm gonna use some tunnels in the.
One second.
I'm gonna use some tunnels in the obstacle course.
Fall
like
Guys
how we
Trader
have
now
the
has 1
stars
million
that
followers.
big red
Congratulations.
hat, we have
Holy.
to go through the magical tunnel. Also, when will you be done?
Couple hours from now.
I'm gonna,
It'll be a while.
I'm gonna search for a dead box.
Yes,
and
tell him
stuff
to
I
strum
need for
double
the obstacle
Vegas.
course. That's stuff I need.
There the other day, and I think I saw it there on display.
Okay. Daddy is no longer needed. Hopefully. For the next 10 minutes.
Well, you gotta help her with the free range slime farm and seeing how they can.
Now she wants to make an obstacle course for the gerbils.
Oh.
Alright. Right. Well, then where is it?
Did you not hear my answer? Oh,
I have forgotten by then.
that's fine.
If I heard
Okay,
it.
the rat folk. I'm pretty sure it's the rat folk that took it.
I had it here just a second ago.
They're devious little guys. Those beady little eyes. You just can't trust them.
Quit playing silly buggers and give it back.
Guts, did you take the hammer? Did you eat it? Oh wait, she's doing coffee. Ah, shit. She drank the hammer with the coffee. It was a side dish. Like, you know, you dunk your donuts, you dunk the hammer. Guts is just eating enchanted weapons now,
Did-
you know.
Yeah,
Did
I
it
don't know.
somehow,
I can
Did
guarantee
it
I do not
did
have.
it somehow get absorbed into the cube? Did something like that happen?
Oh no.
That's just
Wait,
a
did
weird magic cube you got.
Rick, did your vicious weapons eat it? Those were really vicious.
Deception, Rick?
Deception. Let's open. That
Oh
deception.
god, we have 2 kleptomaniacs now. Wow.
I mean, he believes that was a genuine question. He does not think that actually happened.
No, that didn't happen. Did you see anything, Rick? Guts, did you eat it?
Did I eat
Actually,
what?
I didn't see anything.
Did I eat what?
Did you eat Hambone's hand was missing. Did you see where it went?
This is
Oh,
the way
no.
it's gonna be then, yeah?
I don't know where it is.
Why would we
Tadpole, give
bring
him
it
the
up?
hammer.
Get out.
I didn't take it.
Tadpole, give him the hammer.
Sure. If I had it, I would.
Anyone know where the hammer went?
Nope.
Rick, do you know where it went?
No.
Get out.
Okay, I'm leaving. Bye.
Don't come back. After all that I've done for you lot, this is what you do to repay me.
We didn't. What?
I'm gonna hold up my hands. I'm like, I didn't touch anything. I swear to
We
God,
will
I didn't
sell
touch
you
anything.
We will sell you the tadpole.
Excuse me. This house
Sell you the dead.
I'm gonna throw her under the bus.
would never live here. It's too dirty in here. Too
How
dusty.
much?
What do you think, Guts? How much is tadpole worth?
We're not selling tadpole.
Thank
Either
you.
sell tadpole or we pissed off Hambone. And I'm more worried about the second part.
Ooh.
Tadpole
I
will
don't know
just
how
give
much
the
it's
hammer
worth,
back.
but I'll
If
I'll
I
hand
had
over
it,
my gold. I am not
I
selling. We are
would.
not selling tadpole.
Thank you, Guts. If I had it, I would give it back.
I'll pull out like the gold I have in my pockets. I think it's about like $3.95. It's probably not. I don't know how much his hammer's worth, but
No offense, tadpole. You're the only kleptomaniac in the room, unless, like, Zool followed us and thought it would be good to poison it or something.
You know, you should really sleep with one eye open from now on if you're going to make those kind of accusations.
Oh, don't
I did
worry.
not take the hammer. I promise you, I did not take the hammer.
No.
did anyone see
If you'd
where it
like,
was last?
you could do a deception to an insight, or vice versa. I mean, I guess, it's not really a deception.
Who's this?
Like you can do an insight on that.
Okay.
It seems pretty legit. She didn't really take the hammer.
Huh. No,
Ah,
I
I want an apology. I want you to get on your knees and apologize to me for casting aspersion on my character.
I kneel down, I grab Tadpole's shoulder with one hand, and look into her eyes. I'm sorry that I didn't seal it this time.
Apology accepted. Good enough for me.
Okay.
Hambone is definitely starting to get visibly agitated this time.
Now, Hambo.
I'm gonna grab tadpole and like. You think the cube ate it? Well,
Could have.
I don't know.
Rat people. I think they spirited away magic.
Right. Hambone, we've been obviously distracted. Do you have any enemies that would steal your shit? Okay, nothing but a deal. We will help you out.
I didn't think I had any enemies in this room. That's for sure.
Whoa.
Why are you still here?
Well,
I'm gonna grab tadpole. I'm gonna I'm just gonna grab her by her upper arm and like drag her out. I don't want to see where this goes.
Okay, hold on, because apparently, do I see the hammer? With my natural 21.
I mean,
He
Rick,
doesn't
do you have a bag of
holding.
holding?
He doesn't. Only me and
I
Hal.
don't have a bag of
Well, then no. I mean, there's
definitely-
I like hiding it under my cape of flying or some shit. Like, I'm probably actually doing a terrible job of hiding it. It's
There
just
would be,
like it's just in amongst all of my weapons. It's just hidden in plain sight.
He wears an
there would
entire
definitely
armor,
be,
so-
a hammer-shaped something underneath his cloak or whatever.
I would see this.
You'd be able to see it.
Oh yeah, you would.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh no. Okay, no. It's fucking kobold. I see where she put it. I'm gonna go over behind Rick and then grab it. We actually planted it on Rick. Fucking. Don't
What?
worry. We'll break
What?
one
How
of her
did she do-
fingers.
How did she do that?
And then we'll break one of her hands. Hambone, I'm sorry.
How did she steal that and put it on me?
Well,
Well-
you're only good this time for this.
You're very lucky.
The only time you've
Yeah,
ever rolled good with deception.
I'm
Oh,
definitely using a luck point and taking the nat 20
Get,
instead of the.
get out. It's softer this time, but he's still get out.
I'll break both her hands.
I
I'll talk
was
to you later.
free!
Out!
Was it worth it?
I literally pointed at the door myself, like me in real life.
Get out! Get out!
Just told his daughter to get out angrily, and now she's playing Sign Lanterns alone.
She's not in here right now.
We're leaving.
So again, I mean, I guess the question is that do you leave or do you
Yes.
stay and make things
I
worse?
think I had a
better?
choice. So I'm outside looking for some mud I can throw to at somebody when they walk out the
You
door.
can throw it at Rick and Adrian.
That's kind of what the plan was.
Okay. So yeah,
Well-
now we're pretty much outside of Rathners, and I'm sure a conversation is going to ensue.
I'm hungry.
Damn it. Damn it. I almost had it. Why'd you all have to squad up? We could have just left. He told us to leave.
What, Rick?
You hear from Guts' chest bag. Punch the wizard.
Yeah. From the shoulder
almost
beyond the
had it.
wrist. Look how evil, here's my fist. Yeah. No, I'm gonna... Well, I can't imagine I'll do any damage, but I'll, like, punch Rick in the arm. Why'd you do that?
Have you seen it? It's an amazing weapon. I want that.
And we can get you a different one. You didn't need this one specifically.
I understand. It was a magnificent.
I mean, yes, it is very nice. I do like it.
We have
But-
2 magpies now.
There is a time and place for everything.
Oh, that was a pretty good time and
Well-
until somebody threw us under the bus.
Apple, stop mind controlling people to be kobolds, please.
That is so racist.
Okay, fine.
You
Stop.
think just because we're dragonkin that we're criminals?
I mean, considering all the
I mean, you're...
chromatic dragons living on piles of stolen loot, yes?
So good that Zedrin's not there.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Oh, no,
All
'cause-
right.
I mean, to
'cause-
be fair, I think all of us are
Are you
criminals
both
at this
red
point.
colored, by the way? Right? You're both red. Are you a tadpole?
I'm green.
I'm a red
I'm green.
dragonborn.
I'm green and yellow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Tabloid, to be fair, Rick, red dragons do technically live and sleep on piles of stolen treasure.
I know.
So,
but
technically...
I was
Acquired
going to
treasure.
use a stolen weapon.
I'm pretty sure like 2/3 of your armor is stolen or ripped from the hands of dead enemies anyway.
It's not necessarily stolen, though. to
Exactly.
be fair.
Yeah.
It's just looted.
Go visit the red folk.
So we want to go ahead and visit the Ratfolk next?
Let's see Rick tries
Well,
to all the...
I think want is a strong word, but yes, we'll go see the red folk.
Are you going to go as well, Tadpole, or are you going to...
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Tadpole, but you can steal stuff if you don't get caught. We trust you not to get caught more.
You have
Thank
more
you.
of a deft hand than anyone else.
So just
On-
cover for me
on
when we
the-
get to the red folks then.
On the way over to the red folks, I'm gonna thank
Did-
Tadpole for not throwing me under the bus.
Hey, that was a really nice move. I have to emulate that. That was pretty good.
It's just he pulled out the cube. It seemed like the perfect opportunity to just sneak in there and get it.
Yeah.
It's a shame that I almost had it.
If only some wizard hadn't been like, hey,
My grid doesn't quite match up with my stolen map, so I'm sorry.
Oh,
about
now,
that one.
steal language. Look what you did, Tadpole.
But look, I'm giving credit. I haven't tried to hide the credits. So it takes a little bit of time to actually find the rat house. They have moved locations since the last time.
How did you move the mansion? Did they just get another mansion?
Yeah, like they didn't move the mansion. They themselves have relocated. Like we're not moving buildings here. We're moving
just
where
moving
we are. Yeah.
I thought they'd be living in the sewers.
There aren't
no.
really sewers there. That's the thing, though.
Oh, that's why they're not living. They don't have any sewers. Otherwise, they would. I understand.
I love
Shitty,
to smell
shitty,
rat
all
folk in the morning.
I mean, it sort of fits the description.
The shitty city.
But we sort of know, all the appropriate things to find where they are. All the handshakes and signs and agents that we can go to. So it's not an issue to find them. We do it
Ethel do all that shit, so she has to touch the rats.
pretty much. I mean, they, follow a very similar circle. And were they not sort of directly the ones responsible for being a slave, they would probably get along very well. However, we know what's going on. But we get to where they are, and it's sort of a just large inn type place that they are occupying now. 2 stories with another thing, but fairly large as far as things like this go. Definitely larger than most restaurants. It just happens to be quite a large building. Again, it does not have windows, whether they show up on the map or not.
Wait. Is it a restaurant?
Oh, yes,
Your
but it's not
restaurant.
necessarily being used as one.
Okay.
I mean, it's not particularly being used as anything right now. It's not like open for business or anything. It's just being used as their hideout.
Can we have a rat Italian restaurant, please?
That would be really
Ratatouille.
cool.
It's called Ratatouille,
Ratatouille.
But Ratatouille is just like that's just a direct reference to the movie. Why wouldn't you call it Rat-Talion?
Rat-Talion. And then there is
'Cause it's
a
rat, yeah.
large sort of misshapen rat folk that you see sort of standing guard, attempting to nonchalantly stand guard, but failing quite miserably.
Misshapen, you mean scarred?
I
The
mean,
hunchback rat.
sort
Can
of
I
misshapen.
actually-
He is a gigantic version of what you have seen before. He
Boy.
is very
Rat
not something
breeding.
that could pass.
Rat inbreeding. That's what you get.
Can I just very casually walk over and be like, "So how's nonchalantly standing guard?"
He's sort of. You can also pull your tokens on there. You don't necessarily have to
I-
pull your skeletons on.
That's how everyone. Did I have 6 or 8? I forget. I think 7. I don't remember.
You had 8. I think a bunch of not made it, and I don't believe you have taken the time to refresh. But he sees you, and again, he's sort of, leaning up against there, sort of arms folded, as it were. He looks you up and down. Oh, it's you. You're back a bit early, but we sort of expected you.
Why is everyone saying that today?
Well, to be fair, you did talk with them and sort of give them the heads up of what you had gotten not long ago. Right. Head on inside.
He's soft-spoken for a giant rat man.
He is soft-spoken for a giant rat man.
He's very soft-spoken.
I love your voice. Do you sing?
Aww. That's sweet.
Looks like kleptomaniac and an nymphomaniac now. Great.
Was that intended to be an insult?
No.
That'd be
Well,
an
no, I mean,
insult,
I'm
man.
asking you out of character, because...
Rick was genuinely complimenting her.
Like, if it was a genuinely complimenting, like, he wouldn't be necessarily looking through it.
You had to be so pessimistic, man.
Ugh. No.
Just because
I don't
Rick
sing.
doesn't know how a compliment works.
Okay, now if you will give me a moment, because I did not really set up my tokens ahead of time, because, you know, I'm bad. I will sort of do so now. But are we sort of exploring around, or are we looking, you know, more or less for Chol? Or / people we know?
Skarg walking around yet?
I'm sorry?
Is Skarg walking around yet?
Skarg would be walking around. He would be sort of in this common room. Along with sort of a fair amount of the other ones.
You bring Kif and Vex with us, or are they already coming here?
I would presume that you would sort of take them with you, if not for visiting Hambone, then definitely at least for visiting the Ratfolk.
Damn, we could have blamed them for real Ted bullshit. I mean, in a fight, a fight just breaks out of the 3-way combat. Anyhow.
Wait, who are we fighting?
No. I don't know, Rick. The giant demon came back. You have to fight him by yourself. Go.
Yes! Oh, that would be a whole lot easier if I had a hammer.
Go again. I will make you a hammer. Calm down.
We can go ahead and manage to reveal the second floor as well. The third floor is just the roof, more or less, and sort of a nice happy little garden that's sort of dead at this point.
Happy little dead trees.
Happy little dead trees.
Oh, I wouldn't mind finding out how Skarg's doing.
No, sure. I mean, you know, you're sort of given the directions to where Chol is, which, I mean, you know, it's the room on the left.
Colin forever.
Hmm?
So we haven't seen Colin forever.
You broke up a little bit on the keyword. You said, we something forever.
In Chol forever. Blah, blah, blah.
We're looking for Chol, or we've been talking to Chol?
Seen him forever.
Seen him forever. We have seen Chol a lot.
We haven't recently.
We haven't. That's true. What are you doing, kiddo?
Trying to get this lookout out so I
Would
can
you
put
like
it
some
up
help?
here. This is going to be part of the tour for the obstacle course on leaving the hut. Kind of made it so that you can kind of.
Oh my gosh, it really doesn't want to come off.
Yeah. Actually, kind of made it so if you like have to go for the Tube of Wonders. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Made it so we kind of have to. Oh, come on. I thought this was going to work.
You would have to. Sorry, one moment.
Now would
So do we think Fireboy has wish spell?
What?
Do we think
Well, I can't
Fireboy
get
has
it.
wish spell?
I don't think you.
Very much doubt it.
Wait, don't.
He probably
Why-
has every fire spell under the sun.
I'm coming up.
Alright. Sorry.
I think I just found the city another in
Capture Big Fireboy, yes.
yes.
The Red House is fairly clean.
Not clean enough.
To be fair, I understand. But you're sort of ushered into sort of the main room. And it looks at one time as if it were a common room of some sort. The map itself is sort of stylized as a Japanese tea house, quote unquote. And it sort of keeps its inspiration from that. As we can see, there are several rooms off the side for sort of private tables and all that. And then there's sort of a main common room. Nice little garden and all that sort of in the middle. Just really a singular tree, which it should be noted is not doing well.
Poor tree. Do we bring Zydrone with us or no?
No, I'm mounting the droids.
Okay. You playing with the new Whomping Willow tree? Should install it all the walls.
Whomping Willow.
But everyone is quite excited to see not only you, but especially Vex and Kif. Skark is up and on them, although a little unsteady on his feet. He's not exactly having trouble walking or anything like that, but you do notice that a little bit of his natural dexterity that was there is just sort of missing a little bit. He welcomes you. Ah, welcome! Been quite a while since Skarg has seen you all.
Very good to see you again, Skark.
Sorry that you got killed.
He shrugs. Water under the bridge. I mean, to be fair, you brought me back.
Well,
So how goes things? We weren't really expecting you for some time, honestly. You know, you go out and you go back and things like that. Are you back here to give us a hand?
I whip out the soul fountain again, majestically.
we basically found what we were looking for, so
Oh,
No,
good.
it's not divine,
What?
sadly.
What's that?
I'm not quite sure.
Oh,
It's not a hammer.
it looks like a hammer.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
kind of went through bootleg
we-
portal fluid on the way back.
We done. We
It's
done
all as
this whole-
intended, I swear. It's all it was supposed to
I-
happen, but Rick's sadly a tadpole now.
I almost got a new hammer, but fucking Goody Two Shoes over there is too good for stealing things.
Oh. All right.
Yeah,
Give Skarg some time. He'll go grab the elders. You should talk to Chol for now. Give him a heads up. And Skarg will go off, presumably to, grab the elders. And Chol will wander over here. Ah, you're back. You found what you were seeking, I hear?
Well, that's it.
And what was it that you were seeking?
I mean, technically,
Anything
we found the
with power,
specific.
really.
Technically, it's not like the last few things we bought, but it's not divine. It's powerful, though. Do you know anything about the rumors we keep hearing about the Zistel trying to kill people for power and shit like that?
Yes. We have heard.
Are they?
They haven't started yet, but
Well,
all
I'm
signs
saying,
point to yes, that's the plan.
what if we told you we had a thing with perpetually generating souls of the damned with probably thousands trapped inside of it?
I would be impressed and incredulous.
Okay, Don't touch
Can
this
you
stuff.
explain that word to me?
Rick, did you lose brain cell? I mean, okay, your brain did a good fight, I guess. So.
Oh no. There's not a things as it comes towards valuables, unless we're talking about sort of personal values. Valuables, belonging to each individual. But again, there's not a lot of things set up like ornamentation or anything like that. If you start to go into people's rooms or things that they have set up as rooms, they of course would be locked. And I would probably need a couple of, checks in there for locksmithing. There are more ratfolk wandering around sort of the halls than I've portrayed here. So if you're going to want to be going through the place, like as a whole, I'd also need a stealth check from you. And let me type this one out, so don't let me think yet. Okay. Again, some folks that have not had sheets or anything like that now have sheets and experience handouts. We do recognize sort of the grand overall arching leader of the Ratfolk, who we have spoken with before and who we gave the scrying mirror to.
I'm getting paper tubes.
Okay.
I got the thing off and did the lookout.
But also there are two others that we have not seen before, who are accompanying sort of him. So there should be some pop-ups there. Draven, the leader, ostensibly.
He's got an eye patch.
Hmm?
He's got an eye patch. Look below mousey eye patch. Looks like a koala bear.
Looks like a koala bear. I should probably hold it up for a couple seconds too, so other people can see if they're watching.
Inside drawing's new waifu fix.
Look, I gotta tell you, I can't tell you just the second, so I'll tell you in a minute. Just remind me to tell you. What's up, kiddo?
I'm actually now.
Or is he supposed to tell us?
I assume it's about how you can't find any kind of rat girls without it being.
I don't think his fix is that bad.
Oh, man.
Okay. Alright. In a bit.
She's pretty fuckable.
Wait. I'm gonna
Oh yeah, let's fix
No,
wipe
there's
now.
a while.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, I mean, you need Jesus Christ.
See what I was
Here's the
saying?
thing too.
I don't know what you said. But what I was saying
you
was...
need to move your mouth, mic away from your mouth a bit faster. You're windy as fuck.
Sorry about that.
While I was looking for these portraits, I found out that the portraits and pictures that I found before apparently have, lewd versions of them. Yeah. I was not aware of that.
I mean,
Of
I am
which
not
ones, Graham?
surprised.
Of which ones? And can you link us to them?
No,
Yeah,
I can't. I mean, you can search for him yourself.
Can you send me the links to the website so I know which ones to
I just
stay
did a
away
Google
from?
search from it. I didn't have a website.
We talk about like
Like Vax and Kif and yeah, all of them. Like maybe not all of them, but it existed.
Okay, Rick, this is what we're doing after the session today, okay?
Say pick up your crowns, King, but you guys never had them, did you?
What now?
So yeah.
I'm a terrible person.
The three elders walk in. We recognize at least one of them. The other two are sort of heavily armed and armored as well. While it looks like Drevin is much less of a fighter, I mean as in combatant, the other two are definitely combatants. So, Drevin speaks up. What brings you here today?
Alex.
No, that's a good
Scar
question.
tells me you found something that you're searching for. And it's important enough to talk with us about it. And my associates. You wouldn't have met them before, but things are rather uncertain right now. This is Fix, and he gestures towards the female, and Skreer. They are part of our upper echelons of leadership, if you will.
Pleased to meet you.
They sort of give you a nod. Fix gives you somewhat of a smile.
I just spit on the ground. And the
Please, if you wouldn't, we do try to keep things rather clean.
You call this clean? Pshaw. I keep cleaning.
Much cleaner than spitting on the floor. I don't know how kobolds normally do it, but... Okay, you could write it down. So, what is this this discovery that's so important?
Okay, do I...
I mean, you're pretty much the center of attention right now. You and the rest of the party.
I proceed to majestically whip the soul fountain out again.
Would you like to, like, majestically whip it out? Like, would you like to give a performance check on it? Or would you just like to pull it out as normal? Maybe with a slight flourish.
A slight flourish.
A slight
just
flourish
fumble.
you don't honestly need a roll for.
Fumbles it.
Like, if you were going to do something impressive,
Oh.
you needed a roll
Okay, yeah,
for
no,
it.
just... I flourish it.
You pull it out, and all eyes are glued on it. So that would be
It's a cube.
the great MacGuffin of our time. Please.
This is a soul fountain from the abyss. It collects, stores, and compresses the souls of the chaotic and evil.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm sorry.
Plastic container is perfect.
It's all right.
I didn't hear that a little bit.
He explained what it does.
Okay, well, I mean, that's... Do you, like, go into detail, or do you...
I'll do some detail, like trying to explain what it is.
That is impressive, to say the least. And what are your plans for it?
Well, we heard the Zistro was trying to, some mass sacrificing, as, it's all we keep hearing that, and hey, you're back early today.
We have heard the same rumors.
I'm thinking, instead of, maybe if this, anyone cares about the slaves regardless, the compressed power of, thousands of souls probably help that out. The only issue is technically Storm Tully's not in the city and he doesn't want us to use it. Technically. I feel like getting out of the abyss has been more important, personally.
You know how we feel about him to an extent. He's a dangerous man. And it would be somewhat wise not to get too involved with them. If you're asking for advice, I would suggest using it. I mean, chances are that could be two birds with one stone.
Yes.
question for you, Adrian and Guts, because I don't know that answer.
Yeah, that was just whenever they can just type back through it. And when
What now?
In the
I
chat.
don't believe so. Let me
Hold
check
on.
my spell list really quickly.
If that's something you're willing to give up, because let's...
Yeah, I have those spells. I put those spells on the cube already.
Oh,
I don't have any.
But
I
because
wasn't
it's so magic, it still kind of leaks through though.
Mhm.
And that was what we did when we were leaving.
no, that is fine.
Didn't you?
Continue on with.
Yeah, didn't you just do that on the bag?
Yeah,
I
that was
did
sort
on
of the
bag because
workaround.
the
Mhm.
yeah, that was
So-
the work. The cube would just
So wouldn't every time you
Oh,
take it
yeah.
out of the bag, wouldn't it be
Well,
like,
I've just been playing peekaboo with the giant freaking
Yeah,
watchtower.
pretty much. It's like every time Frodo put on the Ring of Power.
You see Sauron, like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, basically, I just keep Sauroning it. I put it back in the bag though.
For the box, okay, but you don't need to be using a ton of that bedding, kiddo. Like, that was not cheap.
Yeah, it's not cheap, Grim.
All right, okay.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too. Mwah.
Actually, Daddy would make
Oh, that's adorable.
bunny. Yeah, no, YouTubers
He was talking.
bunny. Whenever bunny
What was that, Tapple?
jumps and
Nothing.
does this. I know why, it's adorable. I love it.
Okay. Mwah. She's being very needy right now. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be needy too. Where's our kisses and hugs, Grim?
Mwah.
Thank you.
Again, Drevin sort of reiterates that it's probably a good idea, but I would not plan on being able to keep something after making its existence known like that.
I mean, it's not technically what we're looking for. It's not a spark of divinity.
Well, if you were looking for the spark of divinity for Stromtoli, but Stromtoli is no longer in the picture, then why keep looking for it? Were he, of course, not to be in the picture.
I mean, assuming he doesn't freaking get. I mean, I don't think he can banish himself back or do planar travel. So yeah, he did try to make us tell him to try to make them stop shifting it, but obviously, fuck that. Note, looking around, any scrying sensors I should be a note about?
No, they're pretty
Okay.
magically tightened. If you
Plus,
know
to
what
be
I mean.
fair, I feel like when someone in power, like, hey, can you keep collecting sparks of divinity for me? It's kind of, a worrying concept in the first place.
Indeed.
Otherwise, I would just feed this to Thorgrim and see what happens then.
I would also recommend not doing that. I think it would probably not be in anyone's best interests, except possibly Thorgrim's.
Does that matter though? Is Thorgrim really a threat? He
Yes.
seems pretty content with his box.
He is pretty content with the role he is playing, but there could be unintended side effects.
We don't want any death.
So again, if you want our advice, you should take it to the Zixchill.
Yeah, where would we take that? I know they have the token embassy and all that, but
If you give us a while, we could get into contact with someone. Much better than going to a random Zixchill on the street attempting to work.
yeah.
Do you have anti-magic field or Nystal's magic aura?
I have Nissa's Magic Aura and Private Sanctum.
Nice.
Private sanctum.
Still need to be able to cast.
Any more questions for the rat folks?
I don't have any, but does anyone else have any?
Well, we can put them on hold either way, and I think we will shift over to Zydroan at the Druids. Zydroan,
Yes.
do you take any of the NPCs with you as well, or are you sort of just off on your own?
No, I think I'll be off on my own.
Okay.
Also doing a couple of other things like keeping what's going on around and out of the city as well, keeping an eye on Big Boy.
Yes. If you're taking some time in doing that, you can't get extremely close. I mean, it would be something that is under guard of some sort. But you, when you get, even within a certain range, you're feeling the spark. Either its armor, or whatever it is inside the armor, is giving off that spark that you're pretty familiar with by now.
Zydroan, are you on magic drugs?
No. Unfortunately. Just normal.
It is wounded from the last encounter, but it is also fairly obvious that it is healing up fairly rapidly.
So, does it seem to have like natural rest periods, or does it just go until it's messed up and then go and heal rest those?
If you were to guess, this would be more of a go until it is physically stopped, and then it is resting currently. It is resting because it is wounded. It does not appear to be following a natural cycle of sleeping or anything.
And how far out of the city, like how far away, rough?
Not extremely far. Probably about 10 miles or so. So, it's much further than you can throw a stone. But
What is?
for something that
Not-
size, it's still relatively close.
Are you talking about the fire guy, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I was confused.
And he's got like basically armies of demons around
Yes.
that
Mhm.
as well. Yeah.
Hall of Lightning.
Now, whether they are his armies or not, or they are just gathered, could you get another sheet if you're going to write on sheet? That's like my D&D sheet. Okay.
Yes, no,
Betting house
that's
and-
fine.
Right on the
After
DM
that-
sheet.
Now it's just time to decorate.
Okay.
And then I can
That,
take
yes,
it
I
into the
will
room
continue
and
on.
Have one at a time, put one gerbil in it.
Because yes, I would
How do I like it?
spend some dedicated time to that sort of stuff, but it would kind of be while I was on the way as well. Like, I'd be taking my
This
time
is
on
sort
the
of
way.
something that's taking some time for the other party. They are
Yeah.
sort of identifying where the rat house is, yada, yada, yada. And again, while it's not like an all-day process or just several days like it would be at one time, it does take a little bit of time to travel there.
Yeah. Well,
So you make your way to the druids' sanctuary, and I realize now that I put you on these specific druids, but that's not exactly what you're looking for. And you're granted access. Things again are in a rough shape here. It looks like a lot of manpower is being taken from maintaining greenery in the city and maintaining greenery within the sanctuary, and we're sort of concentrating now on food. We're concentrating on water. It's more sort of the necessities intended for survival. Whether or not we have felt sort of a negative influence being in the BIS,
Rick has.
the plants certainly have been feeling a negative influence, and many of them are quite sickly, dying off.
fair enough. Rocks have...
I'm the Lorax, and I speak for the trees. The trees say,
Trees are angry. So is there anyone or anything you were specifically looking for, or knowledge you're attempting to gather, or is it sort of just a general thumbs on the situation?
Mainly what they're doing about it also, I guess, with the whole, their general, what they're doing for the city and everything, but also, like, if they're involved in the plans to deal with the actual overbearing threat of the big boy, like, if there are any groups working together to try and take it down.
There would be amongst the higher level druids, of course.
That's what I was looking for too. Yeah, was the more proficient than me spellcasters.
They would be involved in some, way, shape, or form in combating the thing. Although, to an extent, being where they are, it's everybody's problem. So everybody is contributing to try to do something about it. You can find yourself one of these groups without much trouble at all.
Yeah, that's what I've
If everyone turned into a giant T-Rex and charged the army.
That will probably be part of the plan. Yes.
well, isn't that every druid's plan?
Because not every druid is a T-Rex, and I'm not sure if you can learn wild shape off someone else's wild shape.
What if you polymorph someone else and learn off the polymorph?
Polymorph's fine. But I mean, if you're gonna polymorph, might as well turn them all into dragon.
Yeah, but you can just use the polymorph to get them to learn the end.
But either way, you get yourself into combat. Excuse me. Into contact. With a person named Venomore Oakengrowth. Who...
So you go out seeking the druids and you find a fight.
Right, this is the way it's going down here.
He singled you out again. It's taking you away from the group and then just thrown combat at you. It was his plan all along.
Who happens to be sort of, if not necessarily heading up, but certainly as a part of one of these parties who has been sort of organizing the defense of the city as a whole, and taking more of an active part in that.
Oh. And
whether or not he's specifically been combating the big old demon or not, he has been doing something as a whole with it.
Veminor, I take.
Yes.
Guys, we're gonna be saving the city. Talpole will not be a slave anymore. They'll free her. It'll be a fun time. Or does this still eat us? One of the two. What are we talking about?
Welcome, brother.
Thank you. What is being done against the more pressing matter that encroaches on?
You refer to the first flame, the rather large encroaching matter.
Yes.
Well, I confess that things are not quite going as well as perhaps they could be going. I take it you've been out of the city for some time.
Longer than he has been here. We is a fair distance here to say that.
Yeah, you're breaking up a ton, by the way.
Of course
yes.
I would be.
I know, right? You've been fine, like, a lot. Well, regardless, thank you for answering the summons of the city. Look, where to start? It's stronger than we've intended. How? This is always a sort of an awkward question, but how deep within the Brotherhood are you?
Is this him asking Icy or
Yes.
Icily? Oh,
And what this is sort of a question with how much have you been doing with the druids, or sort of how much have you been doing off on the side, and not exactly with the druids. And again,
probably not so much with the druids more.
Okay.
I'd probably have worked more with the likes of Dromtoli and all of them.
Okay.
It's more this would be where my home is because that's where druids go,
Right.
and I don't have a set abode besides that. There's a nice cave here, I imagine, somewhere that I would have claimed.
Fair enough. You should have a seat. It's probably important to know what exactly you're dealing with. And you are a citizen, correct? That's OOC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, actually, I wouldn't be.
You're a slave?
Yes, would have been because of my background.
Okay. Well, that's sort of a thing that matters a little bit less amongst the druids, at the least. Did your culture have your creation myths? It tends to be a certain overlapping theme where fire is stolen from the gods, yes?
Traveled many planes.
I didn't hear a word of
idea
that.
what you said.
Of course not. I've traveled many planes and ages, quite frankly, and I've found many different mythos. My culture extends almost as timeless. We flew the skies longer than any other.
Yes, of course. Well, regardless, again, traveling the planes, you'll know that certain thematical archetypes surrounding the creation myths. One of the foremost in front being that whatever species of residents stole fire from the gods. This is somewhat more or less true. And we found, probing somewhat deeper, that there are other myths concerning what happened afterwith. Mostly relating to the fact that after, and forgive me, but I will say humans, as of course they are the most prevalent of the species. After humans have stolen fire from the gods, fire was stolen from the humans by the demons. It might be somewhat incredulous to believe, but we think that is in some way, shape, or form the fire that was stolen. I understand it can be somewhat hard to believe. We're dealing with concepts, again, archetypes of just sort of a creation theory. But behind every creation theory, there's somewhat of a grain of truth. And so, keeping that in mind, you can likely see some of the troubles that we've been having lately. Think of something on a planar spanning divinity, a force of nature, a very concept that wants us dead.
Well, then, make sure that doesn't happen.
We're doing our best.
I'm sure we will figure it out sooner or later. I have ideas myself.
sooner or later, but let's be frank. Hopefully we can get out of here before that happens. I think everyone is in agreement here. You would be in agreement, yes? That it would be much better to get out of here before things get too bad for all of us?
Assuming it can't chase us. If it can chase us, then we're always going to be running with our tails between our legs.
We think it would be unlikely that it could do that. The demons somewhere have some sort of control and reign over it. I know that it looks like it is in charge from here, but it is certainly not the case.
There's bigger, better daddies out.
Perhaps not bigger and badder, but ones that hold its bonds, its shackles.
I'm out of character.
Can you cast 2-hour long pass without a trace?
Huh?
That's my final question for him. Can he cast 2-hour long pass without a trace?
He specifically?
I mean, if he knows someone, that's just as helpful, but why not cut out the middleman if he knows it?
He sort of looks back and is like, I could likely cast it. I mean, it is like a 1 hour thing, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing, but I need a 2-hour casting of it.
It's not something that I've ever really looked into. I suppose there could be magical items where it would last for longer, but it's not something that I've delved into myself.
Can I give him, like, my sending fax number so he can give me a sending sometimes if he finds something that might do that for me?
You can, but this isn't something that would be high on my to-do list, frankly.
Might save the city. But yes, if I can't really glean much more from that, I will go back to my story.
That's likely pretty much all you can get for now.
As long as I know that there's people that can cast stronger spells than me and are at least fighting him when he turns up, then I could around that. That works.
Like, there is a concentrated effort, you know, to defend the city.
Yeah, but is there a concentrated effort to be offensive in defense of the city as well? Sometimes the best defense is shooting them multiple times first.
That is more of a no than it is a yes. There are, you know, entire armies out of the city.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's hard to be proactive.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm planning.
Okay. Zoom.
So I was going to say something. Oh yeah, what if we shipped to the city when the flame guy was here? Would he be freed from the control? Would we have stolen the fire then? That'd be funny.
In a way.
Let's steal the fire, guys. Rick, you want to steal something? Let's steal the guy.
I want to steal the hammer.
Did.
No, I didn't.
I'll be
Adrian
back. I gotta get
told on me. See, I don't know what we do about this Kappa fella.
About who?
About this Kappa fella.
Kappa fella.
Yeah, well, I was calling him kaiju earlier.
Ah,
and then the Kappa kaiju joke.
Okay.
What about Kappa Kaiju?
Well, if I can get 2 hours of nice stills and 2 hours of Pass Without a Trace, I have a plan. I might die during the plan, but if I don't, then we have another unlimited fuel source in the form, and another spark of divinity in the form of the first flame.
Oh
get
god.
the-
Could you imagine? Right.
We cast Pass Without a Trace, so I'm stealth from physical view. And then we cast Nystale's Aura, so I'm stealth from a magical view. And then I wild shape into one of the ground bugs. I've done the math. If I can get within 6 kilometers of him before I transform into the bug, it'll take me an hour to crawl to him as one of the bugs. And then I planar binding him, which means I have to spend an hour sitting there casting planar binding, which he can't be like he can't have remove curse, grade restoration, or wish cast on him. It is just straight, you are bound for 24 hours. And then I make his order to walk into the city and submit himself to be bound forever. Boom,
Oh my
we have a
God.
steam furnace.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, Mission Impossible in this, I guess.
See, I think I could probably throw one of those ground bugs a mile.
Yeah, but they'll notice a ground bug flying through the air. All it takes
Yeah,
is one
but
arrow
that's
demon to
what-
be like, huh. But the
Dude.
moving ground are just
So-
moving.
Seriously, throw thousands of them and you'll just be in the middle somewhere. They'll
That
just
could
think
work.
that I'm throwing random ground bugs.
That could work.
It's like I'm not just gonna throw one random ground bug. It's like that's awfully damn suspicious.
Alright, I'm sorry. I had to check on my daughter's gerbil obstacle course.
Gerbils.
Alright, so did we have any more questions for the rat folk or anything from them or anything to do with them? I will take the fact that we cannot think of anything
Okay.
as a no.
Yeah, I can't.
Just invite at least one of them to come
I'm
with us.
no thoughts head empty.
Vex and
Uh,
Kif would still continue to be with you.
Yeah, I think it's given
So-
with them at this point.
Yeah, you know, they're at the very least sort of contracted out to be with you, or verbal
that too,
agreements
yeah.
or whatever. So
What was the
yes.
last part? Romance?
I said verbal agreements.
Oh, romance, Jenny instead.
Oof. Alright, so shall it be back to the mansion?
No,
I guess we're
No
just waiting for this
romance.
Yeah.
shell to come kill us, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Ratfolk will be attempting to get into contact with the Zixchill, if that is what you want, with the intent of turning over the thing. I guess this is the big question that we may or may not need some out-of-character discussion for.
Does anyone not want to get the fuck out of the abyss?
I mean, I would like to get out of the abyss.
no, I want to get
Love
out
to
of
get out of
this.
this.
I do too, but I kind of want to try Mission Impossible.
Oh
I
god.
mean, yes. It's a cool idea.
We don't need the spark if Storm Tully is not here. We
But
wouldn't
we
know
could-
that.
We could have the spark and then think about how much money we can make off of unlimited energy from a fucking fission reaction reactor. We can just turn him into a big Chernobyl.
Oh,
It reminds me of that Fantasia from Disney, the big guy in the fucking mountain.
Yeah,
man,
I'm
such
telling you,
a good movie.
we could do it. We just need to probably risk me re-rolling yet another character.
No, sir.
Either way, we are
What's that gonna
now.
be?
You to die so many times, Janie is just gonna spontaneously resurrect.
Yeah, he's just gonna be like, all right, I'm back.
We're now back at the mansion, and this is sort of an everyone type deal. Long enough has passed that both Sidro and any of the NPCs who went anywhere were back. Noticeably, Zool is not back, however.
What's she doing?
Making
We not
poison.
seen?
Being weird.
Poison in full.
Very likely, yes. We don't necessarily know that, but, it's a good guess.
I mean, she's got to test poisons out somehow.
It's true.
Very true.
So are we calling it there?
We are not necessarily calling it there, however.
Okay.
Thrub would approach you as you all come back. Likely specifically Adrian, as he's more sort of the leader / the one paying people.
I hug him.
Yeah, he sort of awkwardly pats you in the back of the head, perhaps a little bit too hard, as you're hugging him. I know I have, contract and stuff, but, I want out.
I can appreciate that. You have to carry on your line. We'll find you a nice female ogre, don't worry.
Yeah?
Promise, really?
You see, he appreciates.
Now you have to play matchmaker.
Look, I know breaking contract and all that, so tell you what me going to do. You don't have to pay anymore, except for, death of Zub Club Dub. Sound good?
Wouldn't I have been paying that in the first place?
They didn't die.
What do you mean?
No, they died. Remember?
No, yeah, they did.
One got absolutely obliterated by the Marilith. One got cut in half, and one got decapitated. Oh, was one arrow demon? Was he?
Yeah.
I think 2 were actually
thought-
arrow demoned.
I thought one got arrow demoned and then 2 got knocked out and taken prisoner.
No,
by them.
he's the last ogre we have. Everyone else is dead.
Yeah.
Okay. My bad.
No worries.
What was that?
So sound good?
Yeah, how much is that? What, 6K?
I believe it's only 3K that you would owe.
Oh, well, fuck that. I'm fine then.
I can't honestly remember, but that's
Was it? No, it was half for the. It was 2,000 to hire them. It was half for the thing.
Mhm.
Give him a handful of pretty. He will be happy.
I'll give him the whatever 3,000.
Okay. Thank you. Me went out. You need things. You don't call. Yeah.
Wait, don't call him. Okay, I can do that.
All right.
Yeah.
One more thing.
What?
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, if you're looking for a safe place, talk to Hambone. He's good.
Yeah. Maybe me talk to Hambone. He all right, I guess. Well, he would
He
actually
hasn't
gone.
twice removed.
You give a recommendation. Me probably go there.
Yeah, I'll tell him.
Yeah.
We apologize for the lizard people, and we'll send you. I'll leave him a note. I'll write him a note saying, "Hey, we're sorry about what happened earlier, Hambone. We sent a friend along to you, though.
Okay.
I'll give you another 500 on top, just to
Ooh.
go see Hambone. Do recommenders fee.
Thrub, master negotiator.
Exactly.
I
Okay.
love how he's some weird mix between Austrian and Russian.
And 5-year-old.
I think it changes with about every sentence he says.
It's great. It is a dialect of its own.
All right. Maybe leaving now.
It's ogreish. Thank you very much.
And he takes your money and he goes.
Good thing I'm literally made out of money.
So back at the mansion.
Who wants to grab
Back at the
skeletons,
house.
guys? Let's all grab skeletons. We need more skeletons. Right, Guts?
I think so. I would like more around.
I don't have my note to be undead yet, for some reason.
Well, I think we need more hammers.
I will find some steel we have lying around and make him an exact replica of Hambone's hammer.
Yeah, but it doesn't have that Hambone stank to it.
Ugh.
I'll go to Hambone and tell him to rub his
Preference.
body on it.
It doesn't have the sweat on it.
Can you
I
at
mean,
least
that would
just
be
ma-
preferable.
can you make me a hollow replica? Like that's just completely hollow, and I'll do a swap.
So we get back to the mansion, and the NPCs, by which I mean the core group, are acting odd. This isn't something that's exactly unexpected, because, you know, to an extent, we've all sort of been acting a bit odd. Sadie is at the desk, sort of the main office, and she appears to just be writing things down furiously. Zoosh, of course, is sort of still in her room, in her funk, depressed. However, Sue appears to be spending quite a lot of time with her. And if we're observing her, she's being very caring, very motherly, very...
Can I hug her?
If you go to hug Sue? Or to hug Zoosh?
Sue or Zoosh?
The one that's being motherly, Sue.
Sue, yes. She
See,
would
I don't
be
know if she'll.
somewhat receptive of you.
Aww. Okay, that's cute.
I'm keeping this one. Is Zydron back?
Zydrone
Yeah.
would be back now, yes.
I'm gonna take Zydron to the side. You have greater restoration, right?
Believe so, and if not, spend the night meditating.
Yeah,
and
I
cast
think-
it tomorrow.
I think Rick got a bit of kobold in his head. He's trying to steal stuff. He doesn't normally try to do that. Should just give him a nice, reassuring restoration before he tries to like
It's
steal
an
something.
abomination trait. That's a theft trait.
I said a kobold's trait. Kobolds are
Yeah.
thieves, right?
Oof.
I mean,
Racist.
yeah,
That's
they-
so racist. Jeez.
I call them abominations, and I still wouldn't say that. That's pretty racist.
Jokes aside.
Please don't win on it.
But
I
yes,
tried-
I actually can't cast Greater Restoration.
Hey, did you go to that Rick, see if it makes him stop trying to make Hambone hate us?
I mean, try. Don't have anything great. Otherwise, do today with my spell slot. Just say an OOC. Yeah, I'll use a Greater Restoration, I guess. I'm not even gonna hide it. I'm just basically gonna walk up to Rick and just hand on the forehead.
So we're gonna do some things. Where would you be while this is happening? Like, this is a question for all of you. You know, if you
I mean,
would be...
I'll probably
Obviously-
be with him.
Yeah,
Trying to
I'm
watch
actually
him
Mulling
probably-
around.
I
Um,
would probably be approaching Sadie to see what she's doing.
Okay.
I'd probably be hanging around the rat folk,
Okay.
just wherever they're hanging around. So I guess maybe in the kitchen,
I guess really,
dining room where we're at.
like, what it boils down to is the two of you. Excuse me, two of you,
I'm here
Adrian and
too.
Zydrone. Would you be going to your, fancy old dungeon to be doing your rituals and whatnot, or would you just unceremoniously?
I mean, it's not a ritual; it's just an action.
Yeah,
right?
Well,
like I said, it's literally just a fucking one action, and like I said, I just Adrian asks me to cast Greater Restoration on Rick, so I just walk up, hand on forehead, and cast Greater Restoration.
Yeah.
I'm somewhat wasting time because I'm looking up a thing, so you gotta give me a second.
It's fine. I mean, to me, like, to Zydrone, it'd just be a request to cast a spell. It's nothing really.
Yeah.
Like, there's no plans for combat today, so I don't think I need to save my spell slot or anything.
Sure, makes sense.
Also, what's the second teleportation circle I would know? Because I know two. I forgot if we ever figured that out or not.
Don't think
Your
we
own
ever did.
personal one?
Or do we have it? I don't own one. Those are expensive. So even if
I'm
we
not-
use the month rules, I could install one. It'll just probably cost all the money I have at the moment.
Yeah, I don't actually know. I was just saying that would be the other logical one.
Yeah, you'd think.
I can't see where this thing is, so I'm just gonna make another one.
Are you looking on the table for it, or?
No, I'm looking in my archived crap.
Okay, you want to get a Google Drive? You want to organize everything.
Ugh.
Make a PDF of your emails, you know?
Okay.
I'd just say it wasn't a curse and that our brains are just rewired this way and it's not fixable.
Rick!
Rick.
Zydroan and Adrian. Rick would probably be around in there too. Where are you, Zydroan? There you are. Tadpole, what would you be doing?
Cleaning.
Okay. Likely not in this room.
Yeah, no, I'm not bothered. Either that, or I'm going to go organize a slave uprising.
I mean, we can do both.
So you cast Greater Restoration. And, you know, you're expecting sort of the typical
Flash
effect,
effect, right?
which is, you know, it's not flamboyant or something when you cast the spell. It happens to be just channeling. There's a bit of power, and then there's not really an effect that's visible on a person who you cast it for. Of course, you know, any diseases or whatever would go away. But there's sort of a reaction from Rick. Rick's back sort of splits open. Rick, you take 2d20 damage.
Jesus.
Aww.
2d20?
2d20.
He's fine.
2d20? Do I roll that? Do you roll that?
You can go ahead and roll that.
We gave Rick rings, guys. Don't worry about it. He's turning into a real dragon now.
Oh, that's just one.
That's one.
It's only to you. Right.
I mean, you didn't tell me he was undead.
What?
Oh, well, he's not undead. I mean, but sort of this demon is forcefully expelled out of Rick. It's sort of a high-paced. Rick, you are still alive and all that. You're not unconscious or anything. But, you know, it should be noted you're in a good bit of pain right here.
I offer the demon a sandwich.
He's not interested in your sandwich.
Is there
Not only
any
that,
chance
but it happens to be a
I
demon
should-
that is actually larger than Rick himself. Very strange.
Rick, you
We've seen it
you're
before.
big on the inside there.
But here we go again. So,
I felt like it hurt.
This is not a
That's
thing
not
that
humanoid.
is
Never mind.
very subtle or anything like that. So please, let us roll for initiative.
Which demon is it? Where were we?
Whoa! Ew!
Are we not
Oh,
all
it's one of
your
those guys.
body?
I see it. I see it.
Okay.
It's one of those guys.
Durgo
Oh.
Daemon. Durgo Daemon.
Yes. We have
Was,
seen
was
them
that?
before.
Was that?
Holy.
It's the handout. Where are they?
Was that really the demon possessing?
Mm-hmm. It's a gross boy.
Yes.
So everyone else in the household as well can roll initiative. It will, of course, take some time to travel from where you are.
See, I told you I had a reason to steal that mall.
She's not lying.
Okay. Sure.
Do we
Sure
all
you
roll
did.
initiative now then?
Yes, please.
Wait, hold on. My roll 20 is fucking lagging
Nah.
again.
Now, imagine if I had that mall.
Wait, he's still talking now? That means it's not. It's just that he's just possessed and he's kleptomaniac now. Great.
I think we've just sorted out the possession.
It's one of the things, not both.
I'm not going to roll for all of the NPCs unless things start to look bad.
Wait, hold
Is
on,
that kind of
hold
okay with everybody?
Where's
Yeah.
my...
Sure.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. My thing's working now.
If
Yeah.
things start to look bad, we will go ahead and... But to be frank, we should be able to take him. Tadpole, you're up first. You hear just a horrific screeching, ripping, blood splattering noise coming from the room next to you.
All right. Well, I don't like that splattering noise. That usually means there's a mess. So I'm going to run in.
Doors are likely opened, so
Okay.
you can see quite quickly what's going on.
I'll go in and I will whack him with my broom.
Adrian, you're not on this initiative order for some reason.
Am I not? What?
You're
You
not.
didn't click. Wouldn't have clicked your token.
Oh, I thought I... God damn it. Hold on.
So just
And I
re-roll and then
advantage.
modify.
Yeah.
It would be surrounded as well, so you are hitting at advantage.
Is
well, I have-
this?
And then I'm going to spend a key point and do a Fury of Blows.
Okay, can you redo it then?
Yeah,
I'm at
just give me 1 second.
Is the house majoritively stone? Would be right.
Yes.
Cool.
Then run back to the room I was in.
Every time we grade a restoration Rick, he spawns one of these. Can we just keep doing it?
Just
And keep binding them and send them to kill the big
milk
guy?
experience. Kif will go next. She will come forward. She will be healed, so I will do that real quick.
So,
I'm next because I'm also 22.
Oh,
After her.
yes.
After her.
Here, let me.
Before him, after her.
Sounds good. There we go. She will give it.
so I did 42 points of damage. Woohoo!
The old dagger,
Damn.
along with the old shocking grasp. Well, you know, I guess every little bit matters. Adrian.
I like to do a pro gamer move.
No.
What element do we want, guys?
Element.
Fire, ice, or electricity?
Ice.
You got prismatic spray.
Okay. No,
Charisma save, please.
Okay. Let's see. Charisma with advantage.
Ooh, he ruins that time.
All right. So he saved
Oh.
that one?
He saved.
Okay.
He didn't have advantage.
Yeah.
I just closed my tab somehow. I don't know what happened. Hold on.
Demons.
Fucking demons.
Yeah,
Always demoning.
always demoning. It is its turn. It will attack Rick. It will.
Really, like it hasn't already done enough to me. No.
Rick, stop hitting yourself.
Go on, go on. Let's see what I got. Let's see what I got.
This is not
Don't move away from me on your turn, Rick.
correct. There we go. It will claw you, and it will attempt to bite you.
With which mouth?
The main one.
Does he have advantage?
He does not have advantage.
The bite hits.
I really
So
wish
that's
I
an
had haste.
18 and 12, and you are grappled.
Is the 18 the claws? Because they don't hit.
The 21 doesn't hit you?
I have a 22. My sheet says 25, but I've counted it in for the shield, but I'll be using a two-handed weapon. So it's take 3 off, so it's 22.
Okay. So yes, then that is the 12, and you are grappled. Rick, you are currently sort of struggling in its gross, big old tummy mouth.
Hug it.
So
Tummy mouth. Or
I attempt to become ungrappled. Is that an action? Is that an action?
Yes.
you
I
gotta
suppose it
climb
is,
into
isn't
its mouth.
It
and
is an
jump back
action.
out.
Is it strength check or saving throw?
Strength check, I believe.
It's the different.
Grapple would be
Escape
athletics.
DC
unless it-
17, yeah, so it's with a strength check, so that's pass.
You have become unstuck from its tummy mouth.
Oh, can I climb in?
Ew.
It looks comfortable. Look at that. It's like a giant beanbag
And
that eats you.
for my bonus action, I don't actually think I can actually do anything with bonus action.
Do
Rage!
you rage?
Oh yeah, I can rage.
Probably a good
rage.
idea.
Oh, I don't kill you next
I could-
turn.
I could rage.
You could.
I could. Yeah, I'll go on then. Why
I'd be
not? I'll
worried about the
rage.
kill you next
Oh,
turn
right.
thing.
It sort of speaks to you
Hooray.
as well on its turn as you sort of escape from it. We could have been so great together. Look at all these
I
fools. They don't
agree.
have any sort of appreciation for you. They treat you as a mindless idiot.
I know, right? We almost had that mall.
It could have been ours. We could take what we want.
could
If it's
take it
odd, I'll
off.
show him how wrong he is by casting that on Rick. And then summoning
is that
that
17
shit on
healing?
its face.
Is that 17 healing?
I think Zyjoin just destroyed the mansion.
You said ice.
I think it would be an ice storm.
Don't worry, it just fills
Um,
the entire room.
Wait. The walls are right outside.
Yeah, but we've got to draw it outside for that.
No, we can move the walls to him.
Oh yeah, true. Well, currently he can't get away quickly because it is a difficult
this-
terrain.
This is now
Do-
the
do-
snow room.
Do we cast
Holy-
Ice Storm on it?
Shit, yes we do.
So where do we put that Ice Storm?
In the room.
Right in
it's
the middle
ice-
of the room.
It's now an ice room, Grim. This is the snow room.
This is
Across
the
the hall,
freezer.
is the sand room. Yeah, it's the freezer now.
Okay.
We installed a freezer. Don't worry about
I
it.
like it. So Ice Storm is a 20-foot sort of thing.
It's very compact freezer, you know. It just gets shoved in there. It's colder now than it would be normally.
So we move it sort of like this, I guess. Or do
I mean,
we
I'll
like
just
do the big thing
center-
and sort of hit it like
center it.
this?
in the middle of the room and just Bam.
Just sort of right here. Okay. So everyone that is there in that little circle gets to roll a dexterity check? Yes.
yes. Dexterity, the thing I love.
Mhm. Yes,
It's all
sir.
good, guys. It's only for one turn. Oh wait, no, 'cause it's not.
I can. Hey,
This is great. It's not even a concentration spell.
why isn't it?
Why is this not a concentration spell?
It's half the damage.
It's just an instant.
Yeah,
So-
it just happens once.
And
Yeah.
both me
2d8.
and
And
Yes,
46.
2d8 and 46. What was the save DC?
Save DC is my DC, so you guys are gonna fucking hate it. 17.
Okay.
Mine's 18.
really, because both me and the Durgo Demon saved.
Oh, did the Durgo Demon save too?
It did.
How did the
Yes, I
dog
got a
demon-
21.
Did. Wow.
Why does it have a +2? Why does it have more dexterity than me? Look how fat it is.
So 25 damage, or 13.
I took 19 because I'm
Oh,
resistant to
13.
cold.
12. We're round down for the players, don't
Round.
we?
Round up for the players. Oh, 12 for you guys, 13 for him. And 25 for me.
The spider's up there. Why aren't you resistant to cold? Aren't you a cold dragon?
He failed the save.
Oh,
Alright.
guts. We
Yes,
need
sir.
We need you to brighten the boat.
I'm a silver.
Oh, Reg is in there too, so I'll be high as shit still.
Wait, what do you need?
Reg actually saved.
Reg is just like, ooh.
What?
He's still out of it though.
Feels
I
so
think.
real
Wait, what did you need from me?
that he sort of scuttles on out of there.
I need you to kill this demon.
That could have gone a lot better, could have gone a lot worse.
Guts,
Well-
it is your turn. You are across the hall, you see what's going on. You see
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna like, I'll be like, turn around the doorway, go like,
You're like-
oh,
You're
for
like,
fuck's sake.
you've just like watched all of this unfold.
Grim, is there one of these in each of us? God damn it.
What?
Is there one of these in each of us?
Mm-hmm.
Well, for my bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on Rick. I'm sure he could use it.
Yep.
I'll cast it at level 3.
Considering I just took away all the health I gave him.
Yeah. What is that? 3d4 plus whatever my spellcasting modifier is.
I mean, it's
stupid,
already
so
level
I do-
3. Are you casting it higher than 3?
Oh. No, I mean, normally it's level
No,
1.
it says at higher levels when you cast a spell using a slot of second level or higher.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
did
level
it
1
not?
spell.
It's 1d4 for each
No,
slot above
the
third.
reason
Oh, I
it says
see what
Evocation
happened.
3
Yeah.
is because when the pop-up came up, she
Yeah.
would have selected level 3 in that.
Yeah. So, what's my spellcasting modifier? So, 5. So, 3d4 plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you get 14 hit points.
Sweet.
Don't really have. I mean, I do have some damage spells, but let me
You
try.
have your psychic blades too.
I do. That's a good point. Let me look how that works. I always forget.
Nothing
So,
resist the psychic unless they're like
yes.
apollets.
I have to. It says when you hit a creature with a weapon attacking you and expend one use of your bardic inspiration to deal 2d6 psychic damage to that target. You can only do so once per round on your turn. And the psychic damage increases when you reach certain levels in this class, increasing at 3d6 at 5th level, 5d6 at 10th level, 8d6 at 15th.
Adrian,
Alright.
you totally should have told me to use Cold Lightning.
Oh, I forgot. Kif would
What
have
now?
moved forward. To
You should have
attack
told me
too.
to use Lightning instead of Ice.
We're out.
What
We're
was my-
inside.
Well, lightning
Well-
was cool lightning, so I can actually control
Yeah,
where it hits.
We're inside,
I'm
though.
gonna hit him
You have to be
with
outside
my...
for that spell, don't you?
Oh,
Like, literally.
I'm gonna
Nope,
grab my
like,
the
crossbow
storm
from my
cloud
back.
appears. Oh no. For example, if you're in a room that can't accommodate the cloud.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
And then it should be, and then with, I guess I'll send out psychic blades with my mind. I guess one hand, I'll put the crossbow in one hand. And then, like, kind of gesture with my hand with
Is
the
that
other.
a bonus action? Because you already used a bonus action.
Oh, yeah, shit, fuck. Never mind. Sorry.
Oh well.
God damn it.
Shit.
Damn you, reckon needing to be healed. Why'd your spine have to bust open?
Hey,
Why'd you have to great arresto me? That shit hurt.
Wait, Adrian.
Could you imagine a healing spell hurting?
Hey, Grim, what'd the turn order go?
It should still be there.
On Vex now, yeah.
I don't see it.
We're on Vex.
It is surrounded, so there is flanking and all that, so that is 2 hits.
Okay, I see it now. That was weird. It just disappeared.
Oh no, it's still icy. It's
Yeah, I didn't
it's still
close it.
uneven terrain. But it doesn't affect 5 feet of movement.
I don't... How did I get?
Until the end of your next turn.
Alright.
I don't know.
In the character sheet, just untick the box that says attack, and tick the box that says damage.
Alright, around to Tadpole. The thing is bloodied. It's actually, like, super bloodied at this point.
All right. Well, I'm going to do the same. Run in. Now, does this affect me when I run in here?
It would.
It's just difficult terrain.
It's just difficult terrain, yeah.
Okay, well, that's not going to really affect me.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt you or anything like that. It's just icy now.
There's just hailstones on the floor until they melt.
Look at the mess you've made!
Yeah, wait till I get to do something else.
Oh,
And I'll
poor,
do Fury of
poor
Blows
Tadpole.
again.
She's having a
Okay.
meltdown.
Look at that! Ugh.
Double crit fail. At least it was
Wow.
on the same roll and not 2 different attacks.
Could be worse,
Yep.
yeah.
And then run back out.
Zip zap zippity bat.
It is holding on by a thread at this point.
Kill it, Kiff.
So Kif, is she able to kill it? She doesn't need to do a ton, but she needs to hit it at least.
Still not enough.
Well, she gets the bonus from the other, but no, she
Still
doesn't.
not
She
enough.
doesn't kill it. Adrian, it is your turn. At this point, it's more or less sort of just begging for mercy now.
Fireball.
Like, please spare me.
We're pretty cold, Adrian. You know you want a
I
fireball.
only wanted to make him better than what he was.
Hey, Fireball?
He's as good as he is.
And
He's
I
perfect.
wanted to be better.
Even through any
Nonsense.
resistances, that is enough to kill it. Because it only had literally 1 hit point left.
How often have we gotten 1 hit point now? It's like the
Oh,
third
hey,
or fourth
I can-
time we've managed to put something on exactly 1 hit point. And then we totally overkill it. That's why I said fireball.
Kif walks up to you, or rather runs up, and shakes you hard, Zydroan. Don't do that! Why are you being an idiot?
You weren't even in the area. What are you on about?
She did get hit, because she acted
Oh,
forward.
she did get hit.
She
Oh,
moved
okay.
up forward to attack you.
Oh, yeah.
I just forgot.
Seemed
about
like
the
a good
time.
idea at a time.
Why?
I didn't want it running away.
It was surrounded!
I mean, not out the door.
Ugh. Did it look like it was running away?
No, but we didn't really give it a chance to look like much.
Ah! And she sort of storms off.
Rick, how do you feel about hammers now?
He still really wants one.
Do it again.
I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you I still really wanted one.
Do you want?
But
Do you want-
that is the reason why I tried to steal from Dolan's. Fucking
who-
handbuns.
Are you a kleptomaniac still? You want to go back to Hambone where you apologize?
Well, the thing is, I felt really good about stealing it, so I don't know. I might start stealing things now.
God damn it, Rick.
It should be noted that the
Position
two
just made it.
rat folk are no longer quite so appealing to you.
But now?
Yeah.
I said that the two rat folk are no longer quite so appealing to him.
Is anyone particularly banged up though still, Rick?
Kif's pretty banged up.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm pretty
Pretty hurt.
she'll heal,
I'll,
but she's banged up.
Here, I
yeah,
think I
well,
might have cure wounds.
I thought
I
she
got
just got.
40 out of 59.
Yeah, I've got a cure wounds for her too. I'll cast that.
I got 56 out of 82.
40
I'll
out of
give-
59.
I'll give that one to Kif, and that one to Rick.
We gotta go give the
I already
demon the
gave him
hambone,
one.
I guess. It's the apology.
Isn't anyone still pretty banged up? I have a couple cure wounds I can pass
I
on.
have a staff healer, I'm fine.
Kif was down to 7.
Oh,
Oh,
I'll cast cure wounds on.
she took the full 25 out of that, and she's
She does
not
not have much-
necessarily in combat. She is not very
I have
resistant
16.
to spells.
she needs to not come fighting demons and gods with us anymore.
Well, she
No, sir.
can do pretty well when it comes to physical things, but spells are not what she does.
Mm-mm.
You know, she's just not used to friendly fire.
Either way, she
I
thanks you,
didn't-
Guts.
I didn't think anyone was actually at
Anytime.
risk from that. I didn't think that was gonna mess her up that bad.
Us when we just don't think shit through all the time.
Makes sense why she was angry, huh?
A little bit more sense this time, yes.
but yeah, let's go deliver this to Hambone if we're ending the session soon, I guess. Yes, I will possess by demons, Hambone. We mean it. It's a valid excuse, right?
I got a phone call I got to take.
Sure.
I mean, drag the corpse to him and he'll probably believe you.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. We can't-
I'm definitely not going to be the person to be like, sorry, I tried to steal your hammer. I was possessed. Here's the demon to prove it. Y'all motherfuckers can if you want.
Yeah, I don't want Hambone to be mad at us.
You would still not be
You know,
pleased.
he wouldn't be mad with us if you didn't bring up that his hammer was missing.
True.
So we marked a demon.
Yeah, but Rick is now cured of his ratfolk addiction and of his demonic possession.
No. He has his radfolk addiction still. That was the demonic.
Like, seriously, guys, you couldn't have even been possessed for like 3 fucking sessions and to get rid of my demon this far. Come on, could have been so cool.
I could examine myself. Am I possessed?
You do not appear to be possessed. Again, I don't want to leave like the cat out of the bags, but you guys have the things going on that I sent you
Okay.
last session.
That was just Rick's thing.
Is it any worse, or is it still
it's still pretty much the same as what it was. So
mean,
whether
out of
that
character,
behavior has been noticeable or not to you is sort of how you've been doing things so far. But it's
Mine's
not like-
kind of more. You know what I mean? Like I can't. It's not like I can really join about until something starts happening. You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah,
Kind of-
and that's how it should be. They don't have to be overbearing, complete personality changes. They're just accents and quirks.
To an extent. Again,
Yeah,
some
I
are
mean,
more
I can't. Yeah,
obviously
I can't speak for
severe
some
than
other
others.
people.
No, not gonna lie. Kind of disappointed. All it took was a greater restoration to fix everything.
Well, you know.
I just want to say, out of characterly, I didn't really want to do it, but in characterly, like, I had no reason not to.
I was like, yeah, no, that's sweet as. That's just gonna cure my addiction to the rat folk. But then the demon burst out, and I was like, oh my god, all the possibilities are gone.
I wasn't expecting that.
Oh no!
I was gonna try and steal Heart's flail tonight.
Oh no.
So is that our session, though?
I think what we'll
I like
do,
to.
we can finish up and wrap up some of the other stuff. But I think we're getting around to the point where we would normally wrap it up anyway.
Yes.
So yeah, but like I mentioned, that just happened.
Well, I think we're all going to be kind of in a state of shock right now. What did we just toss the body out?
Yes, I mean I
And-
moved it
and
out of the
all
way
fairness-
because I find it annoying to look at personally. But
Yes, it is gross.
What? It's
In all
it's-
fairness, if it was like that whole time whispering to me to strive for perfection and all of that, I mean, I might actually feel like a bit lonely after it's gone. Like, it's weird. Like, because I would have agreed with it. Because Rick wants to strive for perfection, and if there's this voice inside his head telling him to strive for perfection, then he just agrees with it.
It just
So
worked out.
maybe Rick, you know, maybe he's a little bit disappointed that his demon's gone.
if you want to play it like that, by all means.
I've got a whole new mess to clean up, so I'm gonna be doing that.
Oof. Oh yeah, it's awful. There's like dragonborn blood and demon ichor just everywhere throughout the room.
Water.
It looks like a snowstorm went off in here.
It smells. There's bits of ice everywhere, and you know if you don't get it up, it's gonna mess up both the floors and the foundation.
Oh yeah.
Is
Oh, I-
there any chance you can just put my spine back in for me?
You are mostly healed now at this point.
We healed you with your spine sticking out of your skin.
You held me perfectly though, because after all of the damage I took and then all of the healing I took, I'm at 69 nice health.
Anyway, guys, I am going to get some
All
I
right.
feel.
light.
Okay. I think we're
Take
going to
it.
go ahead and end there then. We can pick up next session right where we are. So,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Perfect.
Everybody.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Okay, chill.
Let's not encounter a demon bursting out of someone's back next time.
Well, next time it's tadpoles. An even bigger demon.
Oh.
How would that even fit in there?
All right. Thanks for watching us play D&D, everybody. If you've been watching, hope you have a great day, and peace out.
How do I get another demonic possession?
You want
Go
another
for it.
one?